So what's up, friends? Welcome back to I.E In Friends. My name is Saul V Gomez.
I'm Cesar right here. You already know.
I'm Aaron.
Hey, Aaron. And we got our special guest, Shrt Lyf.
Shrt Lyf.
What's up, bro? Welcome to California.
Thank you for having me.
So you flew. You're from Texas originally. Well, you're from Texas, but where are you originally from?
I'm from Monterrey, Mexico.
Hell yeah, repping. We repping out here.
Yeah.
Los Rayados.
Los
Los
Rayados.
Rayados, puro regio.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, bro.
See, my favorite thing, I've always said, like, we need like more Mexican representation in the music industry.
Yeah, for sure.
And you're out there, bro.
Yeah,
I
that's
should-
what we trying to do. Yeah.
I really like how he does like Spanish and English in his songs
Yeah.
too. So it's like you're Mexican, but you're also saying like, "Yo, I'm like Mexican American." But like, you know, I can rap in either Spanish
Yeah.
or English, and that's what's up. Like people, like you said, people only rap in English, but it's like, hey, I rap in both languages. What's up?
Like your new song is Tanto.
Tontea.
Tontea. Tontea.
yeah.
That one, it's all in Spanish.
Yeah.
That's
It's
just
all in
hard.
Spanish.
And
Yeah.
it slaps.
Yeah. And the video for that, I filmed it in Monterrey too.
I was gonna ask that. I was like, did you really went to Mexico, huh?
Yeah. I go there a lot. Yeah, all my family's there. So my grandma, my other grandma, she passed away, but the one grandma I have, she's in Mexico, and all my aunts and stuff. So I always go and visit them and stuff there. But yeah, I like to do both languages just because for me, I feel like music is like a perfect way to express yourself completely, right? And I wouldn't be myself if I wouldn't show that I actually can do that, you know?
Yeah.
And I think it's always so dumb because people are like, yo, like, no, I don't know if I want to because, oh shit. That's literally my mom, bro. That's how you know I'm Mexican. That's how you know.
She felt
She's like,
thinking
¿dónde
about
chingados
it.
andas ahorita? ¿Qué te secuestraron?
Oh,
Like, she'd
God.
say my fucking fine friend. She's like, where you at?
No, because right here, the location here, it just looks like a whole. It's just a terreno, like it's just dirt.
Yeah, dirt,
So like,
yeah.
yeah, when you look at the GPS, it's just dirt. So whenever I send girls this address, they're like, "What the fuck you trying to do? Kidnap me? What the fuck?"
Yeah.
You're like, it's lonely and there's no lights here. Just pull up.
Yeah, but for me, I always think it's really funny because, like I was talking to a homie who's Puerto Rican, and he's doing like rock music, right? I'm like, bro, you should do like Spanglish, like you should add Spanish to your music, do English, and he's like, oh man, I don't know, cause you know. But then I told him, I was like, bro, if you're applying for a job, right? You write that you speak Spanish. That's
Yeah,
an
there you go.
advantage. You
Yeah.
feel me? So why would you be ashamed of something that's gonna put you ahead, if not make you different than everybody? You should, and not only that, but it's you. You feel me? You're from Puerto Rico. You're from anywhere in Latin America. You should rep that because that in itself was part of what made you you. You feel me? So
And that's what's popping right now, dude. Like the whole like islands out there, like Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, like that's what's popping right now.
But we need Mexico
that, like that,
popping.
like Spanish, like you know how they have a super thick accent, all that, like that shit's like that's popping right now.
yeah,
We need Mexican, Spanish.
Yeah,
that, we need that popping.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
everyone's trying to sound Puerto Rican and shit. I was like, bro.
Everyone
Everyone in the homie Hans.
Yeah, everyone in the homie Hans and the homie Caesar.
No, the homie Hans doesn't for real though.
yeah.
We need, because when you hear like your favorite artist, when you hear someone you look up to speaking your like what you speak, you're like, oh, that they're making it. It's always because some like the younger kids, they don't think Spanish is cool, right?
Yeah.
They're like, so no, when they see like these influencer people and these like people are popping speaking Spanish, they're like, you know what? They're making it cool. It is cool, and then they rep it more, and they're proud. They're proud in it, you know.
Yeah, and they should be proud because at the end of the day, it's like, you know, your mom, your dad, you feel me? Like they live in you. You feel me? They live like what you do reflects them. You feel me? Regardless of where you go or what you do. So if they teach you that and they want you to learn that, it's for a reason. And for a lot of years, especially in America, you know, Mexicans have been punished for doing so. You know, there was a long time where kids were punished in school for even speaking Spanish at all. You feel me? Like they were hit and stuff. There was the biggest riot that there ever was of people like going out of their schools and like rioting and stuff was because of that. Was because of that. So there's this internalized hate where people like are scared to speak it in public because there's been so many years where it's been a taboo or like something, you know, that you don't want to do because you don't want people identifying you and chasing after you. But in reality, you shouldn't be scared to like, you know, express yourself.
Yeah, be proud of where you came from.
Yeah.
No, that's hard.
That's some dope ass insight, dude.
Yeah, definitely. What do you think about because there's this thing where we're not actually Latinos. Have you heard that? That we're not Latinos. That we're Mexican.
Yeah. So the whole thing is basically like Latino. The word Latino comes from like Spaniards conquesting land. You know, they conquested like pretty much everything down south. So them conquesting and just overall people that conquested, it was a word made up by them to be able to hide the fact that we are descendants of something else.
Mexicas.
Yeah, or something like the name. They wanted to hide the name, so they put that name over it just to generalize. And it's kind of fucked up. I was literally talking to someone about this yesterday, but we were talking about how there's like Latin Grammys, and how how much of a hypocrisy that is. You feel me? Like all these people that were conquested and they all happen to speak Spanish because they were all conquested by Spaniards. We're all just gonna put them in a category.
Oh yeah, right.
Of where, and not only that, we're not gonna advertise the Latin Grammys as much as we do the regular Grammys. We're not gonna, you feel me? It's a division. I feel like slowly and surely there's gonna be artists, you know, hopefully in the future that are gonna be able to break that. You feel me? And be able to blend those two.
Dude, that's actually true. Because if you notice when like in the next morning, you know how like the Grammys happen, right? And then like the next morning, like it's all the news shit. And they're like, oh, they recap whatever happened. They even do that on Telemundo, Univision. They actually still talk about the English Grammys, you want to call it. And then anytime there's Latin Grammys, you don't see the freaking U.S. networks talking about the Latin Grammys ever. So it's like, yeah, it's like, that's why it's weird. It's like, why can't they just put that music like with the regular Grammys? That's why it was incredible that Bad Bunny won a regular Grammy. Like that was like a new height. So I was like, but yeah, that's kind of sucks. Like, why is there a Latin Grammy, not just like Grammys in general?
And how hard it is, even as like someone that starts out as you know, as a Mexican artist or a Latin artist, to be able to not only break the boundaries of the society, right? Because it's already society norms already. I mean, you guys understand. You guys do this. You feel me? So society norms already are like, what the freak, like, you know. So you have to beat that, and then not only have to beat that, but then you have to beat an entire other system which doesn't allow as easily for people that speak Spanish or even have Spanish in their music to be able to be recognized in a global stance. You feel me? And it's kind of fucked up because we've been here for longer than them.
Yeah,
even.
yeah, exactly.
You feel me? Longer than them even. So
That's some true shit. That's some true shit.
That's the true shit.
that's so true.
But yeah, also going back to like the whole being that we're not Latinos, we're also not Hispanic.
Yeah.
It's crazy because I learned this the other day.
But you are her panic though.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But no, yeah, Hispanics. The thing Hispanic comes from Spain, and then Latinos come from Italy. But that's just kind of like because we're Latinos and also Argentinians are Latinos, but we're like two completely different cultures.
Yeah, that's the thing. Argentina is crazy, bro.
Yeah,
if we get into Argentina, it's a whole nother thing because Argentina is like very I mean, you can ask any Argentinian too. This is not no hating on Argentinian people. You know, I love Argentinian trap. I love Argentinian music. It's great. You know, the whole thing they're building over there is great, but it's definitely a country that has had some interesting history. Yeah, definitely.
They got
Nazis out there for sure.
Yeah, they used to take a minute shit.
A lot of Germans they fled to Argentina.
No, they paid. They told them to come. Like they wanted them to come.
They were like, "Come chill here." Like,
and then there's also that theory that Hitler never died and he went
to
lived
Argentina
out the rest of his life.
I thought he got killed over there.
No, that's like he was hiding.
Argentina let wanted people from the Nazis to come, and then they wanted people that also after they betrayed the Union, like the South, to go there. So they actually like went to like they sent people to like be able to come, and then there was a whole thing where there was a war in Argentina where they knew they were gonna lose, so they literally they made everybody sign up. And then they only took like the black people and then sent them because they knew they were gonna lose. And then they just died. God. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, bro.
I never even knew that.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so that's why there's so many that's why Argentina is so like just white, because it's like they literally killed everybody.
Oh shit.
They were like, everybody's gonna sign up for war, and then they were like,
the random draft.
Yeah, and then
And this concludes the history lesson with Shrt Lyf.
Yeah, but yeah, that's a whole nother thing. Yeah, it's
That's
crazy.
honestly very crazy. Never
That's
even
what
did
I really fuck with your music, especially "Love Is All We Got." It's very deep, and you're very well knowledge in like what's going on in like the Mexican representation.
Can I ask what was the secret message behind that song? Because I was really like tripping out, and I was like, all right, I think I get it, but I don't know if I get it.
Yeah.
So what's the message on that song?
Yeah, so basically, like, "Love Is All We Got," is basically like my take, or like how I felt about like fight, because growing up, like, I didn't really know, like, you're Mexican, right? And you're like, oh, I'm Mexican, but then you Mexican a lot of times is used as a word to describe, it's a culture, right? So it's a word that's describing a culture, but a lot of times they use it to make an individual feel as if they don't belong there.
Yeah.
You feel me? And for me, I was always in a position where I went to high school, and it was a like mostly white high school, right? So I never really fit in with the white kids, and then the Mexican kids didn't really fuck with me either because I was different. You feel me? So and so I was stuck in the middle. So I never really knew what, you feel me? So I had to really just deep dive into my existence and into like just our community and be able to find out, okay, why are people like this? Why do people have this kind of mentality and stuff like that? But then "Love Is All We Got" is kind of just like there's a bar that I say in the song that I think is really good, So they say the part goes, they say, "I'm in the middle of it, hated from both sides, pero en la escuela me llamaba, but speaking 09. So it's like they say that I'm in the middle of it. You feel me? They say that I have this culture, but in reality, these people have never really. You feel me? I've never really been part.
You never clicked with
neither
really of them.
part.
Yeah.
If you're labeled as a Mexican, regardless of how whitewashed you are, because people always used to you always use that word whitewash, but regardless of how whitewashed you are, if you go home and you have, and your mom makes you frijoles and arroz and shit, bro, you're gonna feel like, you feel me? I would bring my lunch to school and I have taquitos de frijoles, and all the other kids had Lunchables. Like, the fuck? Like, you feel me? Like, bro, I literally would get out the fucking.
It's like what is it? The
tinfoil?
what is it called? Foil.
The foil. Yeah, you get the foil out and the tortilla's all like squished. Like,
Even eating it, you're eating it with like a spoon.
bro,
You're like,
yeah, that shit was wet as fuck because of the vapor.
Your
Yeah.
fucking taco turned into a salad, bro.
I remember, bro. I did that shit at a field trip one time. Like when I was little, like, when like you're in elementary school, they take you to field trips like a lot, and bro, sometimes you can't be buying food at the field trip every field trip. So I remember my mom made me a lonche de frijoles,
like a torta,
with frijoles and like I got a little side of cheese, bro. And this white kid like saw me and I was looking at him. He was eating like Pizza Hut, and I was like, what? He's like, what is that? I was like,
I
torta de frijol. I was like, he's like, what is that? I was like, I don't know, it's good. Try it. And he liked it. He was like, can your mom make me one? I was like, it was fire, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that shit was funny.
So it's always like that. You always like when you grow up, you start you go through a process of realizing like, oh shit, these people really don't think I belong here, and I shouldn't have a place to speak or a position to even. And then you go back and then you realize how much of a hypocrisy that is, and how much not only do we still run this country, we've been running this country before it even was a country, and we will keep running it till the end of time. Because that's like, you feel me? That's who we are as a culture. We've always lived off the land. We've always made shit work. So.
Yeah.
I think that's why like this representation is very important, because a lot of them don't know that. Like they think that we're like minorities in this place, like, but we're not.
Yeah,
like
no.
we can literally run shit, but we're so like. Do you think we're against each other? Do you think a lot of Mexicans are against each other?
Yeah, I think so. I think look, the thing is like when you're born in a society that makes you see that other people hate you, like, and you feel as other people hate you and don't want you there and you don't belong, you're gonna start hating yourself. And then once you start hating yourself, you're gonna start hating people that look like you. Damn. So then you start seeing people that look at you, that look like you, and you start thinking that they can't do anything because you think that you can't, because you've been told you can't.
Shit.
You feel me?
It's like it's like you're projecting.
You're projecting. It's a projection. It's really a projection in the culture because they don't treat me like that. Why don't they treat me like that? Because I dress different, because I look different, because I speak 2 languages.
Because your
You feel
vowels,
me?
because your vowels go in a little extra when you talk.
Yeah, because I have a list. Like, 'cause I have a list.
Yeah.
Like, on some. So, they don't treat me like that, and the reason is because they don't see themselves in me a lot, but they see a part of them. But that's where you're wrong. You should see someone that looks at you and want them to succeed because that's how you're gonna succeed. But a lot of times it's not like that, unfortunately. And I think honestly, the further we give, the further we get from that, and we're able to, be able to learn to actually talk about these issues and talk about mental health, in our community, and talk about just overall oppression that we've had as a community, and really sit down and talk about it and not make jokes. You feel me? Because they always try to escape with jokes, or they always try to escape with something else, or say something like my uncle. He always does that. He like tries to say something funny. You feel me? But sometimes you have to just sit down and just talk. You feel me?
Yeah, and that's actually a question someone asked us to what we should talk about. She said mental health and Mexican men. Yeah. Because they really don't suppress it. Yeah. I mean they suppress it. Yeah. And the way for me, well, I guess also emotions, right? So we hide a lot of emotions. I would say I hide a lot of emotions for the sake of not looking weak, right? Yeah. So that's where I'm
machismo, bro.
Yeah, machismo. I got that shit.
And the thing is, machismo has been just like grinded into our heads. I mean, it's because we come from it's conservative, just like any other culture. I mean, you talk about Arabic culture, you talk about like Arab culture, you talk about even like racist Southern culture. Like, there's a lot of similarities there. Conservatism just falls into a big spectrum. It's a big spectrum of mentalities. But a lot of times they say, "Oh, you're a man, so you shouldn't do that," there's a big issue right now too with women, where a lot of Latinas, that are growing up and they're with their parents all the time. They're wanting to do something that is out of the norm, or or not even out of the norm. They're trying to go to college, and and these people are like, what?
Like, what?
How are you gonna get? How are you gonna get pressed about your daughter going to college?
Or wanting a job.
That's the craziest thing to me.
You wanna know what's crazy? I have a cousin that she wanted to study architecture.
Yeah.
And my uncle was like, "Nah, architecture's for men." And so she didn't do architecture. She did marketing, but she's always wanted to do architecture. I was like, "What the hell?"
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Even like it really exists.
Yeah, and even even I have a video Pateron idolize where I'm dressed as a mariachi and I'm like singing to a chick, but I put on like eyeshadow because I was like, I'm gonna make them think one thing, but I'm singing to a chick, so they can't deny. You feel me?
Oh, okay.
They can't deny anything, but I'm gonna do that because there shouldn't be nothing. You feel me? There shouldn't be, bro. Because at the end of the day, it's like, what is a man? You break it down. It's like if a man is just being responsible, taking care of your shit, then it doesn't matter that you wear makeup, because if that's what a man is, you can wear makeup and do that. That doesn't stop you. Or getting earrings, bro. I remember my mom used to think like all the time. She'd be like, "Bro, if you get earrings, you're gonna come out." I'd be like, "Where's the dick at?" Like, I'm so
it's like once you got it, you're like, all right, I'm ready for some dick.
I'm coming out just like how?
Earrings, dyeing your hair, it's just like, oh yeah, he's gay. Yeah, it's like, bro, I dyed I got earrings. Yeah. My whole family, like literally the next like family gathering. Yeah, they're like, so like they're all looking at me weird, like, is this? So I was like, it is. Yeah. I was like, nah, that shit's hard.
And it's funny because they'll never let it go. They'll crack jokes the entire night. Yeah. And they will still crack jokes later.
And then I dye my hair now, and then the same thing. Yeah. But now the cool part is like my little cousins, they're like, oh, I want to get piercings like so. Oh, I want to dye my hair like so.
Yeah, and that's how I was too. Like I had a cousin that got his ears pierced when I was younger, and I always saw him. I was like, man, I was some freaking ear piercings like so long, and then I finally got him when I turned 18. But yeah, it's funny. Even like going back to Mexico, it's crazy just to see how much like of self-expression they lack because of society norms. Like they literally, like just now it's barely becoming a norm to like get tats. It's just now.
Yeah.
Like in the U.S., like everybody got that. You could go get a surgery and the doctor's gonna have a tattoo. You feel me? Like it's just like a normal thing. But over there, it's like you can't even have long nails. Like you need to cut your nails. You need to have short hair. Mm-hmm. You feel me? And they're all just copy and paste. Like they make them into.
Do you think
copy
Mexicans
and
are
paste.
just more conservative, regardless? Like they're more right. They're more, not liberal, but more conservative.
I think
aspect?
it just comes from confusing conservatism with tradition, and overall just like culture, norms. Because there's a difference between conservatism and something like El Día de los Muertos. You feel me? There's a difference between, and you can't. People mix those up. Oh no, es que así ha sido. You feel me? Así somos. Es la manera de ser.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Or we can't change.
We can't change because that's how we are.
Mijo,
Yeah.
You can't change things. Just it's how
It's
it
worked
is.
for this long,
It's worked
it's
for
gonna
this
keep
long.
going.
It's gonna keep going. And a lot of aspects of that we carry on are good. Like in terms of like family, the family structure that we carry as descendants of Aztecs and stuff like that. You feel me? And just carrying those traditions of putting family, because the family dynamic between Americans and Mexicans is like so different.
So
It's like
different.
cat and dogs,
Yeah,
bro.
Americans,
like,
they'll
literally.
scream at their mom like, "Mom, don't tell you, this is my space. Get out of my room."
Yeah.
You say that shit's in a Mexican household, bro.
It's over.
You're not gonna have a room. You're out.
You're in the doghouse now,
You're in the
bro.
doghouse.
You're sleeping with Chato, bro.
yeah. So yeah, but yeah, I think those two things always get confused. But I don't think just for being Mexican means that you're conservative. No, I think there's a lot of Mexicans out there that are very open minded. It's just the society itself wants to hold that as a tradition.
Right.
As a
You
tradition.
think because of fear?
Yeah, it's definitely because of fear. I mean, at the end of the day, everything that's not lived already. We were as humans, as like organisms, you see something, you're about to try something you've never done, you're obviously gonna be scared.
I think I would say because of fear, like especially for Mexicans coming to United States, it is out of fear.
Yeah.
Because they dropped their whole life, they dropped everything to come over here, so they want to be as clean as possible. No tattoos, so you can get the job. No piercing, so you can get the job. Study, so you can like, because they didn't risk that whole trip over here for you to like just fuck off.
Fuck it up,
Yeah.
and that's a lot of pressure though.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like as a Latino, like as a young Latino, you're put in a position to be like, man, if I want to do this in my heart, you feel me? And my parents came all this way and sacrificed so much. I'd rather just please them, you feel me? Because they already did that. But at the end of the day, you go down that path and you end up just pleasing someone that is eventually gonna, like everybody just go away. Yeah. And then you're gonna be stuck being like, damn, I really just live my life just to pay it back. But at the same time, you'll pay it back even more if you do what you love and you end up coming back. Exactly. That relationship can be,
even better.
But even better. Uh-huh. Yeah.
We're also really lucky too, like if like we owe a lot to our parents too, so like it's like even worse for people that are, like of course their parents immigrated here and everything, but they're still like very poor. It's like their children sadly don't have that freedom to express themselves or want to do what they love to do. Like let's just say let's just say a kid wants to become a singer or rapper, right? But his family's too poor.
Yeah.
Like he won't be able to follow his dreams. Why? Because he's gonna be like, I need to help my family. I need to get a regular job, steady job, and help. That's why I think like a lot of us, we're so lucky that our parents actually made it. They got their, quote unquote American dream. Yeah. And they were able to like live on their own. They don't need help from their kids, and now that's why like we're able to be creative and express ourselves. We're able to do this. You're able to do music.
It's just and a lot of times too is also, I mean, you look at it from a perspective, it's just they haven't seen anybody do it. Yeah. So they don't think that it can be done. Exactly. Yeah. That's the big thing, that they've never seen anybody do it in their position, so they don't think it can be done. Because there's people that are in the hood, you feel me? They don't got nothing, and they make it, you feel me? And they do it. So you can do it. You can do it coming from that life, but it's just you've never seen or even think that it's even possible, because they make it seem like it's impossible. Yeah. They make it seem like it's so out of the norm, when in reality it's just if you put in that work, just like anything else. Like mi papá siempre dice, like, trabaja duro, échale ganas, like, dedícate. If you're gonna do something, do it 100%, If they just put that mentality to work on things that they seem impossible, it's as possible as everything they seem possible. You're the probability of you failing as when you go study in college in a certain career and then trying to find a job is the same probabilities as you failing and doing something you love.
Yeah, exactly.
You're still gonna
especially now. You know how so much competition for jobs now. Even if you have a degree, like you're not even promised a job after you fucking.
A lot of people have a degree are not even working in that field.
A good example, my own cousin, dude, who was a straight A student throughout high school, middle school, all that shit. Went to college, straight A student at UCR. And now she just has a regular warehouse job because there's no jobs in her career career.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's the thing. And it's like, and it's because they want security. They want that safety net. Everybody, and that's the thing about humans, that we always try to look for that safety net. We always try to find that like security in something, in someone, in some place, in somewhere. But at the end of the day, there is no security. Life is just random.
You never,
bro.
yeah,
life's a risk. Yeah,
life's a risk.
And like, yeah, it's true. Like we have one life. Why not take that risk?
Exactly.
If it fails, all right, you gave it your best. You can still keep going. But if it failed and you don't want to take that risk again, then all right, it's cool. But at least you took that risk. Yeah. If you want to do like what you said, that safety net, all right, there's no harm in that. But like, as long as, but you'll never know. You never know if you didn't take your risk. Yeah. You'll never know. I don't think you'll ever be happy with yourself if you never took that risk that you've always wanted to take.
Yeah.
I think the best way, if you want to have that safety net and still take the risk, I would say save up money to have that little safety net and then just go for it. Yeah. That's what we did here in the podcast. Like I had 2 months of money like to save up for bills and shit. I was like, I'm gonna quit my job and I'm just gonna go all out. Like I had 2 months to fucking do it. Yeah. And
and for me it was the same. Like making the videos that I have up, it was literally just like saving up money and then literally like doing everything hands on. Like I took like 2 months to build a whole set in my garage. Damn. Like I built every set you've seen pretty much. Except for we built that shit in garages. We literally just borrowed garages. And we're like, okay, how do we do this? Like the one, I don't know if you saw the video, like Bad Bitch. Yeah. The health scene, like the scene with the blue devil. Uh-huh. Like the whole set was basically a garage that we had a friend that was like this kindergarten teacher that we like just met. Yeah. And we're like, yo, can we borrow your garage to shoot a video? And she was like, yeah. She gave us like a month period, and we literally just went to Home Depot and just bought rocks and just bought like paper for painting. Damn. And just like crumbled it up, spray painted it, stapled it to the ceiling, like stapled it together, grabbed a desk, put it there, like wrap it with, just like
so dope.
Dude, that's like, such dedication, bro.
Yeah, because I see like you told me you're not signed, right?
No,
I was watching your guys' videos.
It's like they're signed.
I was like, are these guys signed? Like they got budgets, like they got production value, they got crew. Like literally your guys' videos, they're quality. Like they're literally like it's lyric quality, music quality, video quality. Literally is a film. That's what like. So would you guys do some? Did you guys have like film background or?
No. So actually, no. We don't have any film background at all.
And you direct your own.
I directed that first video that you saw, the first one that I ever released. Yeah. I made that in my garage. Straight out of high school. I graduated early from high school because it was literally horrible. Mm-hmm. I hated high school so much. So I graduated early, and then I was like, all right, let's do this. So then me and my pa, he helped me. He knows a little construction background too and stuff. So he helped me build the walls, and I literally just like painted it all white, shot the first scenes of the video, and then painted it again. Got some Goodwill furniture, stuff like that. Painted everything,
Dude, that's like I like the dedication because like I don't want to talk smack on like any other musician or anything, but you see like these SoundCloud rappers and stuff, and when they make their own music videos, all they're doing is
a white backdrop.
No, they're just recording at their house or their homie's house. They're all in the background just drinking and shit, smoking. They're just like standing there and shit. Like no effort put. They're just like, all right, this song's about bitches and fucking and drinking, which is like I'm not saying that's wrong, but I'm saying like, but there's like no dedication to the
Yeah,
fucking video.
there's no love in that craft.
Yeah, and that right there, everything you're doing is like that's like a lot of love and dedication to the craft, dude. That's what's up.
And especially with music is storytelling. So if you have a really good music video, it just gives it that much more.
Yeah, because if people don't understand the lyrics, because I know sometimes it's hard to like decode lyrics sometimes. So, and in the music, if you have a music before it and it's like showing the visuals, then people can actually understand like the song itself.
Exactly.
And that's basically what you're doing.
Yeah,
Your stuff is very subliminal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for
So
sure.
I'm like,
yeah,
what does this mean? Men's in the Illuminati.
I've always loved.
Gotta print out the lyrics and like write it down. Like, okay, I think he
So
means
he
this.
connects this line with this
But then
line.
actually, if you get the lyrics and put it against light, there's something
There's more
behind it.
lyrics.
You put a lighter.
I do that shit in the
behind it,
microwave
like
and
on
it
some
heats
fucking
up.
map.
It's a national
yeah.
treasure shit right here.
I love complex lyrics though.
That's
I mean that's why I love like Travis Scott and like and like Kid Cudi and they always they always write with their way of writing is very just poetic. You feel me? Like what they're talking about, but at the same time they'll be like, what is why does Travis say baboon in that song? Like what is he talking about? Like what? And you just keep thinking about it and then you have to decode it. I love
What is
that.
it? What is bad?
I don't even know. Like,
still on that
baboon.
part of
I
the-
just know you said like baboon. That's it. Like I don't know.
He's still trying to decode that part. Try to burn it. Let's see if that works.
Yeah,
Try to burn the beat.
So
yeah.
You got a lot of sevens in your music videos. Like, is that for something? Is that
Yeah.
like a
So
number?
basically, my name is Shrt Lyf.
Uh-huh.
So the concept behind the 7 and like my fans are called los séptimos.
Yeah.
So the concept behind los séptimos or like the 7 is basically when you go to a funeral.
Yeah.
There's 6 people like carrying the casket and the 7th one is the one inside. So it's like opening your eye to the 7 is really realizing that like you're gonna be the 7th one. Everyone's gonna be the 7th, the séptimo. You feel me? So it's just like realizing that you're gonna be the 7th person, and everybody dies. So you might as well just do what you love.
And Shrt Lyf.
Yeah, Shrt Lyf.
Damn,
short.
bro.
Damn.
You really be thinking, bro. You really
I
be
just
thinking.
bro, I don't sleep. Dog.
I just hope- I just hope,
I be in my bed like.
I just hope when that time comes. I just hope when that time comes, bro. Our funeral's lit as fuck, like that one meme where the dude's dancing with the casket on their fucking shoulders.
That's actually
Like-
one thing that
That's in Africa, yeah.
that inspires me is that motivates me and shit. I read this one book. It was like, when you're on your deathbed, just imagine your unused potential just around your deathbed, just looking at you, disappointed.
Yeah.
So you just want to get that out. Like, you don't want them to be at your deathbed.
And that's what we were saying earlier. Take that risk.
Yeah, don't.
My mom always told me, el lugar más rico del mundo es el funeral. No, es el ¿cómo se llama? El cementerio. El cementerio, yeah. She'd be like, so the richest place in the world, the people that have the most riches are in the cemetery because they had so many ideas that could have.
Oh shit.
Your mom be thinking. Some deep stuff, bro. Your mom's just like.
Your mom's like
in the bed, yeah, for sure. But
Hey, so that last video, the last one you put out, you have a whole ass family in there. Who?
oh,
who are those people?
That's the one. I didn't just put that. That was the one before.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah. So basically, it's crazy, bro. That story is crazy. So basically, like, get this, so we shooting the video, right? And we have this idea. I got the idea. I went to someone that's gonna help me out, right? Because people usually, if you're independent, that's the thing. People always try to hide, especially in LA, like that they're independent for some reason. They'd be like, "Yeah, I'm signed," and they bring a security guard to the fucking session, like on some stupid. But saying that you're independent, and I say this to every single artist that's independent: say you're independent and make quality work. Because if you make quality work and you really put your heart into it, and you really have a vision. And you're independent, people will want to help you, Yeah. There is a lot of people out there that are just aching to have to not work on a fucking Old Navy commercial, you feel me? Or a fucking, they're just aching for something more creative. So you just have to be able to like hit those people. So anyway, we hit those people. So I end up linking with the dude that's like down for the vision, and I hit up 2 other dudes, but they didn't really get it because they weren't Mexican. And the dude was Mexican, so he was like, bet. And then I was like, bet. And so the actors in the video, we scouted them out. So all of them, pretty much all of them have, except for the girl in the video, the older daughter in the video, she was just doing like high school plays, and just a homie knew her, like, type shit. And I was like, okay, you want to be part of this? And she was like, bet. Like, she already did theater, so she was like, bet. And then the funny thing is that the dad's really interesting, because we were, since I live in Austin, Texas, we were looking for actors and stuff, and we couldn't find one Hispanic, like, older dude. At all, like, not one.
They were all working.
They were all working. Exactly.
They were all working. You don't got time for that, bro.
Working. Yeah, so we couldn't find anybody. So what we ended up doing was like, okay, it was like a week before we shot or some stupid shit like that, and we're like, fuck, bro, we don't have anybody. And so then we were like, fuck it. We took a whole day and we hit up every Home Depot in Austin, like, pretty much every Home Depot we stopped at. And we asked every single dude that was there outside, we're like, yo, we're doing a video, like, it's about this, blah, blah, blah. We need a Mexican dad to, like, play a role. And we found a dude, and he was like, bet, let's do it. And then so we just paid him what he would, like, get paid. And he was literally just, like, in the video.
That's so dope.
Bro, he's probably so thankful though.
Yeah,
he's like, break my back, bro.
It's crazy. He was talking to me. He was like, yeah, I used to be a coyote and, like, shit like that. It was crazy. He's like, yeah, I used to film everything, but then, like, we got caught one time and I lost the phone. Like, he was telling me, and we just vibed out to some, like, banda music and shit like that, and just had a good time. So it was good, and he was happy because he was getting paid. You feel me? So and I was happier paying him more than everybody else. Like, I paid him more.
He's more like, hey, just hit me up one more time, bro. Just like, let me know what's up, bro.
No, he was bragging to his whole family.
Like dead ass, straight up. When I saw the video, I was like, bro, that straight up looks like a dad. I was like, that's not even an actor. I was like, that's not possible.
Yeah, and he had a hat. I don't know if you saw in the video, but he had a hat on this at Mexico. And he, like, would always wear a hat. Like, he didn't want to take the hat off. And we were like, fuck it. Like, you feel me? It's just another subliminal message. So we were like, fuck it. Yeah, keep it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just tight.
Always helping out the people. Huh?
So was it fun? Was it, like, interesting asking all those like Mexican people, like, hey, do you want to be in a video? But, like, because, you know, you're there to go to work. You're not there to some fucking kid to come and ask you, hey, you want to be in a video?
No, I had a lot of, different responses. Some people were like, hell yeah. Some people were like, man, get the fuck out of here. Like, you feel me? You always have those people that you don't want to even look into it. Like, you feel me? They just
it sounds dumb. Yeah, like,
it sounds stupid. Or they'd be like, I remember a guy was like, nos van a pintar de mojados. And I was like, bro, no, bro. Like, the fact that you think that that's how we're going to rep you, you feel me, in the media, just shows how fucked up the media has repped us. Because that's literally where your head goes.
Yeah, like, the first thing that popped in your head was that.
Y'all going to pay me as an illegal. Like, bro, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, and, like, you're going over there and, like, talking to them in Spanish and shit too. Like, you're gonna,
Yeah, and I was literally talking to them in Spanish the whole time.
But you can't even blame like him, It's like you said, it's like above him. It's like the media and, like, all that shit. Like,
yeah, when I was acting, I was doing a bunch of acting gigs, and they would always be like, oh, we need you to play, like, this illegal immigrant shit. I was like, fuck no. I was like, no. I never accepted, like, some super, like, what is it? What's the word? Like, fuck. Stereotypical role. I never accepted stereotypical role. I was always going for the lead shit.
Yeah, and that's the biggest reason why, like, in the video too, I wanted to have a suburban house. You feel me? Like, a big suburban house, because I was like, I don't want to, you feel me? I don't want to have the fucking, you feel me? I don't want to make the people living here seem like they're not American, you feel me? Because suburban Americans, they see Mexicans in movies and they don't relate to them. But I put them in this house, and I put them as a family, and I put them watching TV. I want them to relate to them, so then they can. So when what happens in the video happens, they're able to put themselves in that situation.
Yeah, they can be like, oh, that could
have happened to me. And what if it would have happened to me? And then you realize, oh shit, it happened to them.
We're similar. Now you're like, oh shit, we're one and the same now, because
people really gotta watch that video. I think the most fucked up part was the little girl just watching from outside. Like, he's like all happy with his family. And she's like, you killed my fucking parents. Like, I was like, God damn, bro, fuck, poor little girl, bro.
I was watching it, like, every second after the last part I watched, I was like, I don't know what's coming after this part. And then, like, the lady opens the door, I was like, what's gonna happen?
Why'd you go back, bro?
She pissed me off. I was like, Senora, don't do that. Go out.
She went back for her daughter.
Because she thought she was missing. Yeah.
So her daughter went back for the doll that was in the cage. Doll in the cage, kids in the cage. Yeah. The daughter is Mexicans. Yeah. So for me, it was just like, the mom. I wanted to portray the mom as the one that goes back because I feel like moms do everything for their kids, especially in Mexican culture. You feel me? Like, and there's that connection with the mother is just like
she risked her life for her.
Bro, they literally risked their life,
and she knew where she was going. She went back in knowing that what was about to happen.
Yeah, she did, and she did that, and then at the end having the whole Thanksgiving dinner. You feel me? It's just showing how like, bro, this shit was made literally just to forget, like to just erase. It was an eraser, a big eraser of a lot of. I mean, 17 million people is not like that's the biggest that's bigger than any war there's ever been. You feel me? And just in the United States, it's not even counting South America or Mexico
or Argentina
or So it's like it's crazy that those things have been put in place in order to kind of just deteriorate that. You feel me?
So
or ignore that,
I mean, should we move into some other topic?
Yeah,
I mean,
let's talk about it.
You're a rapper. You have clout. You're short, but he's really tall. Actually,
he's tall. I don't know. He's tall.
Yeah, he's like. How tall are you? Like 6'3"?
Yeah, I'm like.
I was like 6'2", 6'3".
So he's tall. Put that out there already.
Yeah.
How's your game
on Tinder?
I'm like he doesn't put a bio. He just puts his height. He doesn't have to make you laugh.
I put a height and a Mexican flag.
So how's your game with the ladies? How's it?
It's okay. Honestly, like for me, like it always happens to me where like I end up pursuing a girl or like a chick, you feel me? And then I you feel me? I get like, I get some OC or whatever, and I'm like, and I sit back and I'm like, fuck, bro.
Why'd you do that?
Why? Like this shit is so trash anyway. Like I feel like it's so hyped up.
It's that
like,
post-nut
it's so hyped up. It's so hyped up. Like I feel like people like low key. Like sex is great. You feel me? If you know how to have sex too, the more you know how to have it, the better it is. You feel me? So it's great, especially if you're working with the right material. You feel me? But the thing is like. For me, is like I feel like people just want a connection. Like I feel like even people that like sleep in one night stand, they definitely regret it every time. I feel like everyone regrets it. I feel like there's not one person that doesn't, because they might try to like hide it in their heads because it's such a social norm, especially in the U.S. But in reality, I feel like people just want to connect with people, and you can do that in so many ways. You feel me? And it doesn't even have to be on some I'm trying to get ussy right now. You feel me? Like you could do a lot of things. A lot of things. Uzi. I always say ussy. Yeah. It's because I had a little cousin, right, and he couldn't cuss. Like su mamá se enojaba. Like her mom would get mad and be like, nah, no andes diciendo maldiciones. So he would say uck. And then he would say ussy. Like, like he would take the first letter off, and then he'll say it. So I always say, I'm always like ussy. Yeah, I always say that shit. But yeah, for me, it's like, man, I could have been making a fucking just music right now.
Like, you think of it as a waste of time at that point.
It's like a burden.
It really is if you have to chase it. Like, you feel me? If you have to chase it. I feel like you should never chase it.
No.
I feel like it should just chase you, or it just happens.
Yeah.
But once you start chasing it, it's like you can go into a spiral in your head, and then once you achieve it, it doesn't feel as good as you think it was going to feel. After all that effort, you feel me? It's so much effort.
It's like when you buy that new thing that you've been wanting for a long time, and you get it, you're like, fuck, it was $1,000.
Yeah,
or you can also compare it to like that one movie that was so hyped up, and you're like, oh shit, and you finally watch, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
well, that was a waste of my time.
Yeah.
That's why I always think like I don't know. I feel like the best sex is like the one when like it's like with that
with that person,
like when you're in love or with that connection, like you're saying, that connection, and not like that one night stand where you go to the bar and you meet that one chick and that's it.
Shit, I like to get my shit sucked on as much as the next person, as much as the next person. But at the same time, it's like
feels
it's
better.
like but at the same time, it's like, bro, if I don't have a connection with you, I don't really want to fuck. Like, really, I don't.
Sometimes you're just like, man,
I just want to get sloppy top. You feel me?
Some sloppy top.
Exactly. Sloppy top over sex every day, bro. 100%.
For sure.
That's big facts, bro. That's what we're meant. Like,
bro,
so you just whip it as
the
little zipper. You use it.
Do you believe in coincidences?
In coincidences?
Yeah.
I think there's a big. So my thing is that I come from a Catholic, obviously, background, just like many other Mexicans. And I do, get into the topic of God and everything is is really like tricky. You feel me? Because there's no right and wrong. Really, it's all opinion based always. But for me, it's just I've always believed that there's energy. You feel me? And there's like, and it's something that we can't even comprehend in our physical realm at all. So I feel like there is energy that moves people and puts people in certain scenarios where they end up. Holy shit! Like, damn! Like, what the fuck just happened?
Let me tell you what just happened, bro.
Yeah,
Let me tell you.
Sometimes before you start, sometimes coincidences are like meant to be.
Yeah.
It's just like life.
Yeah.
So
that's how it's supposed to happen.
Tell me what you think, because this is fucking crazy, bro. This is fucking crazy. So on Saturday, you know, we were filming a secret project. And 2 girls canceled. And on film days, I don't like to just cancel a film day. I was like, yo, let's do some vlog footage. Let's go vlog. And it's very rare for us to go to the beach. And we haven't been to a beach in a minute. And I'm like, yo, you guys down to go to the beach? Let's have a bonfire. And everyone in the group chat said yes. I was like, oh, hell yeah, let's fucking do it. And then so we're like, bro, let's get our shit. We planned it real quick. We headed to the beach. And I invited this girl. So I invited this girl, right? And I'll say more about the girl later on. So I invited this girl, super spontaneous. We all get to the beach. And then again, we're at the beach. Such a vibe. And again, super spontaneous. We're like, yo, let's go to a bar. There's Sharky's right here. I've never been to Sharky's. That's another thing. I've never been to Sharky's. And it's a popular bar out here. So we all head out to the bar. We all head out to Sharky's now. Again, super spontaneous. And it's like 8 of us, right? Or maybe 10.
It was 12.
12. So there's 3 people.
Whole entourage.
Yeah. You know how we rode, bro. We rode deep, bro. I.E In Friends, bro.
It was us 3 and our security.
Yeah, us 3 and our security. So in the front was Hugo, Aaron, the girl I was with, and then behind me were like Cesar, his girl, and then a bunch of other people.
Randy.
And so we're walking. So this bar is like a hallway bar, right? It's literally bar. Low-key, it's probably the same width of this room. Like maybe a little longer. So it's like bar and like side tables. But you can only walk to like a place where when you're walking to the other side, people are gonna be touching your shoulders and shit. So it's very, very close. So we just barely walked in. We're walking towards the middle of the bar. And I see Hugo and Aaron stare back at me like with their eyes super wide.
And we're laughing. I'm laughing, bro.
And I'm like, what? Oh, and then right in front of me is the girl, right? Like I'm walking with her, like she's holding my hand and shit. And then they're staring at me like Aaron's like laughing, like bro, like I'm like, what are you talking about?
Like I'm like basically like, bro, you're not gonna fucking believe
this. And then
this.
so I thought something was happening behind me. So I look behind me on the left side and I see my other friends doing the exact same thing.
I was just like,
looking at me wide eyed, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And then I'm just like, everyone's freaking me out. And then we get to the bar, and then my friend Randy, he's like, bro, your ex literally walked right past you. And this is the crazy shit.
Damn.
My ex has the same name as the girl I was with.
Damn.
And
yo, what the fuck?
We broke up.
That's a whole conversation.
This is the first time I see my ex in a year. And we broke up this month.
Oh, damn.
So I was like, what
That's closure right there, bro.
Right? I was like, what the
It's just like, wrap it up. Just
it's the worst part. He didn't tell you the worst part.
What was the worst part?
The fact that we saw her, right? She was at the bar, already in front, about to order a drink. Don't know why. Don't know what for a reason. She comes, gets right next to me, and he's right next to me.
I'm on his left side. She's on
the right side. She left the bar right there where she was already gonna get a drink, and she just came and got right next to us. For no reason. And some ratchet song came on, and she just started twerking on some dude that was right behind her.
Yeah, it's just
trying to do it basically in front of him.
Yeah.
I just looked to my right. I'm like, what the?
You should have
smacked that ass.
You trying to play, bitch?
Nah, like bro, I was just like I could like. I don't want to say she did it on purpose, but I want to say she did that shit on purpose.
She definitely did.
So here's the thing.
Literally
She left
with that girl.
Yeah.
She was leaving. She was leaving when she saw us.
She was already leaving. She already had her drink. So why the fuck would you come to the bar again right next to us?
And I wouldn't want to go back in that bar, bro. It was so hard to even get in.
It was hard to get a drink.
It was hard to get a
You're
drink.
like walking like shoulders hittings and
That's
shit.
crazy, bro.
That's wild.
That just means she really.
But that's why we find it funny.
Maybe that just means you guys are really connected and you should go chase her back.
And you know
No, definitely.
You know what's
I think it means the opposite, really. I think it means like, yo, you should stop thinking about her because that was a sign you should stop thinking about her.
And you know
that was
what's
a sign that she hasn't stopped thinking about you.
Bro, this whole month I've been fucking around with him and his girl. Like, oh yeah, I miss. I miss my ex. I'm gonna cut that.
I'm gonna take that SD card.
I was like this whole month I was just fucking her because it's been a year, so I've been getting a lot of Snapchat memories and shit.
Yeah.
So
I fucking deleted Snapchat, bro. That shit is wild.
I just be fucking with like whenever they say
Snapchat.
something. Oh, my ex. I just been this whole month. I've been mentioning her so much, and I've had this feeling like, bro, I feel like I'm gonna bump into her. But what are the odds, bro? The bar we were at is like an hour and 10 minutes away from our house.
We're in.
I like how you knew it exactly. And now we're 10 minutes.
She doesn't even live in this area.
No. We all live right here.
We're all
in this
live in this
area,
area,
right?
but
And the
we're at
fact
the
that
beach.
the fact that we saw her at the beach, bro, an hour away. Like, what are the odds you guys are in the same spot? You have a girl for the first time.
Bro, that's another thing.
We go out for the first. I mean, you go out for the first time with a girl.
Bro, she doesn't even live in the area?
No.
That's crazy.
Bro, I literally for the whole year I've been going out
That's
single.
even more coincidental.
Yeah, and the whole
we've been
year
going out single
I've been going
every
out
night.
Single, and the one night I
he
bring
invites someone.
a girl
Yeah.
is the night I see my ex.
That's crazy.
I was like, that has some fucking shit.
Yeah,
That's
no.
some shit. That's not just a
It
coincidence.
was just to let her know, like,
Yo, I'm out here, and you know what the fuck I was doing, bro? I was like,
Yeah. I mean, you had 12 people with you. You look like a baller, bro. You feel me? Shoddy and 12
And he wasn't
people.
even like in the back or in the front. He was right in the middle
I
of
was right,
everyone.
bro. We had the middle, like we were all dancing and singing. I remember at one point when we were like dancing and shit, I looked over. You know, I had to look over, and then she's like looking over to us, like see what we're doing.
Bro, we're having a great
We're
time.
having the
honestly.
best time. That shit
Wait,
was
she
You
dope.
guys go
didn't
to
leave?
bars? You guys
She
go
was
to
there the
bars a
whole
lot
night.
or no?
Yeah, when we can, we go like I guess now it's more bars than clubs right now because I mean I'm still down to go to the club and everything, but it's kind of like more like I guess more safer. I guess you could say go to a bar than a club.
Yeah,
The
club,
bar. I like the
it's
bar
more
way
like-
better.
Yeah, but that bar we went to was so fucking.
Yeah, I
crowded,
like bars
too.
better because it's way easier to like talk to girls.
You want to know something crazy?
Yeah.
I've never been to a club.
How old are you?
I'm 20, so.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, okay. Don't waste your
Actually,
first.
I've been to 2 clubs, and both of them is because I have VIP, so they just let me in.
Oh, okay. But it's like not the same when you.
When you go
Yeah,
with
don't
people,
go to
you
18
just gotta
over,
go.
Don't go to 18 over clubs.
18 over club.
No, I haven't been to
No,
18
yeah, I'm
over.
saying
really.
like don't waste your first experience on like
Yeah, yeah.
that.
Yeah,
I would if I were you gotta wait till you're 21 and actually
yeah.
get that 21 over club
Yeah,
experience.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but like Saul and I, what we say is like we don't really like being in the VIP area because we like being like around like the fucking people.
Yeah.
And I don't like VIP because it's like it's far.
I don't be where the bitches at,
VIP's kind of lame.
It's kinda
the times
lame,
I've been, it's
right?
kind of lame. Low key is like, I feel like people do it just to show
flex,
that the flex, bro. But it's like, bro, what you even flexing? You're not even having a good time.
And people
Like,
don't even
flex
know you.
living. Like,
yeah, flex you
people
dancing.
should flex living. You feel me? Like, I feel like people gotta flex living.
Like bottle
more.
service, having a table, I find that shit boring. Like, of course, people are like, oh, but you gotta go with the group of friends. I'm not there to fucking.
Be with my friends only.
I want to be with bitches, dog. I want to be with random bitches, man.
Yeah, no, I went to this art show like it was like the one that was like 2 hours ago away, and the dude invited me, bro. It was fucked up, bro. I had some fucked up shit happen to me. People are mad disrespect, like low key. Yeah, no, I don't know. It's just like it's a weird culture where it's like outskirts of LA or like you feel me, especially when you start getting to the smaller towns. A lot of people are either tweaking for no reason or just want to be like LA so bad to the point where it's like bro, it's not you, dog. Like you're not being yourself at all, and everybody knows it, and you dancing crazy or falling on the floor is just you trying to hide that. You feel me?
yeah.
Like,
Oh, speaking of
it's
falling
not
on the
expression.
floor,
Fell on the floor.
I fell, bro. Okay, so I get when I go out with them, sometimes I get like really drunk, and I'm like the type of person to slip. I'm not clumsy, but when I get drunk, I'm stupid clumsy.
You always fall when you're drunk.
When I'm drunk, I'm like the least clumsy person when I'm not drunk. But when I'm drunk, I'm the most clumsy, bro. I start dancing, and for some reason, bro, I slip. I wasn't even drinking though. I was so mad at myself. I wasn't even drunk, and I slipped, and I
Did
fell.
you bust your ass or what?
I fucking know. I landed on my luckily I landed on my thick ass leg, so like I just like
My thick ass
leg. My voluptuous
thick ass leg.
thirsting over himself like
Bro, I had an embarrassing moment that night too.
Oh,
Though.
you got called a bitch 3 times by 3 different girls.
I don't even care.
Tell us, give us
These
your
guys
side.
are assholes, bro. So, like we took that spontaneous trip to the beach, right? That shit was literally like, when I tell you last minute, it was so last minute. Because we left at 5:30 and we planned this shit at 4 o'clock. It's that last minute, like, quick. So I'm like, all right, we're just going to the beach for a bonfire. So I didn't take no shoes. I just took sandals, bro. You know, I'm going to the fucking beach. Everyone else didn't take sandals. Everyone took shoes. Like, who the fuck takes shoes to the
Because we went
beach?
to a bonfire.
Exactly.
Bro, I hate going to the beach. I'm sorry.
all
I
sandy
hate
and
it.
shit.
Yeah, I fucking hate sand, dog.
Yeah,
No,
I hate
stepping
sand.
on it, getting it. Oh, it's
So yeah,
Walking and shit.
when we say that whole trip was spontaneous, it was spontaneous, right? So I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck, like we're going to the bar and I'm only wearing fucking sandals. Like I'm like, all right, fuck it. So luckily they didn't say shit about the sandals going in, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
you know how some places are like they have
for
dress
sure.
code and all that shit. So I'm like, all right, cool, you know. I mean, I would hope they didn't have a dress code. It's a beach. It's a bar.
Get
but
on with the
beach.
story, Aaron.
He's like, and the bar was purple, and there's a guy in a green
anyways.
shirt.
And there was a bouncer
And
that
you
looks
guys
like
keep
my older
fucking
brother.
talking, I'm not able to finish the story, you dicks. Anyways, there was a moment where I literally was just messing around. What was that one dance called? That one super.
Dun, 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 dun.
I think.
Oh, my homie
the-
actually went viral for that.
Yeah,
for that.
Yeah,
that
so
dance,
that
that
dance,
dance.
like I started doing it because the song came on, right? And out of nowhere, don't know why, the whole
The whole bar started hyping him up.
hyping me up, bro. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna about dance,
Why
bro.
not,
Fuck
bro?
that. Because now they wanted a dance battle. I'm like, I'm not about a dance battle in sandals, bro. It's gonna,
Bro.
my shit's gonna come off.
You had to
First of
take
all,
'em off,
I'm
first
gonna,
of all.
I'm for sure I'm gonna slip for
So?
sure. I'm wearing sandals. Fuck you, slip in front of everybody. Fuck off, bro. Like, what do you mean? And these fuckers kept egging me on. Like, yeah. I'm like,
That's not a
nah,
bad
bro.
thing.
Like, I'm not gonna dance in sandals, bro. It's like I'm gonna slip or they're gonna come off, bro. The floor is wet. I'm not gonna have some wet ass socks either. What the fuck, you guys?
Bro, but the dance is not hard. It's just
No, but no. They didn't want to just do the dance. They wanted me to dance battle the other dude right in front of me.
A dance battle of just doing this.
No, he started fucking
Hey,
doing all
both
this
of you guys,
bullshit.
bro, it was just a
Like-
dance battle of endurance, actually. It was just to see who could
And
get
I was
the
like, nah, I'm cool, I'm cool.
No, but it
then
was-
some random girl comes and just starts dancing with me. I'm like, who the fuck is
Bro,
this girl?
He's getting mad because the girl's dancing with him.
Because I was like, dude, I'm not trying to dance. Because I was like, I'm not trying to dance in front of nobody, bro. Like, and the whole bar's watching me at this point. I'm like,
That's what
I'm
you
not
want,
trying to
Bro,
dance.
I wanted my ex to see
Bro,
that
if-
we're having a fun time.
I left at that point,
Bro,
fool.
if you in the middle of that, bro, you just have to live it, bro.
You have
just
to live
to
it.
take it, bro. You have
That's
to.
main character.
And if you
shit.
fall, it's just add to the story.
Yeah, it's funnier.
Everyone there fucking loved you,
Bro,
bro.
no one there remembered you anymore after you didn't dance.
That's fucking cool. I'm cool with that. I'm so
Yeah,
glad.
but you know what I remember? Some girl walked up to me. She's like, "Stop being a bitch!" I was like, "Whoa, shit, you're aggressive."
And it was funny because after that thing all died out, and I remember I was just walking around to get another drink, and she like the same girl pulled me aside. She was like, "Are you done being a bitch? You want to dance now?" And I'm just like, "Nah, I don't want to dance with your ass. What the fuck?" And I just left. Like, what the fuck?
Bro.
Bitch, like, just
I used
let it
to
go.
I used to get in dance battles all the time
That shit's hard.
in parties at high
Yeah.
schools and stuff. It's funny because when you're like, when I would go to parties and stuff, the people that were like the white kids, they would always have that one like black friend that would get in the middle, and they would always hype him up the most.
Yeah.
And I'm
Go
like,
Jamal.
bro,
Go DeMarcus. Go
Go
DeMarcus.
DeMarcus.
yeah, go to market. I'm like, bro. Just anybody can dance. Like it doesn't. You feel me? Like everyone should be open to dancing. Like it shouldn't. Even,
I don't mind doing dance battles. Like I said, I'm just saying the only thing I was concerned about literally is because I'm wearing sandals. Like I'm not trying to like do it. Like I'm not trying to fuck up at all.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't mind like doing dance battle and being like super goofy and all that shit. Because like I'm not a pro at this shit either. But I don't mind basically like being a fool. You know.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. But I'm like, but I don't want to fucking eat shit either.
Yeah.
That's the
Low-key
one
hurt.
thing I didn't want to do.
Loki did hurt.
I didn't want to do that, and I knew I was like, I'm gonna eat shit if I try going all out, fucking trying to do all this shit.
Yeah,
I'm like,
because
I
you
know I'm gonna
usually
eat
do that.
shit.
You usually do at the club.
I actually do when
That's
like when we go
usually
like
you,
to a
yeah.
club or we're at right here just having parties.
Yeah.
I like to like go like stupid crazy or whatever. You know, I like to just be a dumbass.
Yeah.
And I don't mind it, but like, you
Yeah.
know, of course I'm wearing shoes, but not
Yeah.
that ain't nah. I
Not
was like,
sandals,
I was
yeah,
like, I'm
yeah.
like, nah.
What if you rolled your ankle? Oh, that would have been
Imagine
horrible.
like, yeah, I'm over here trying to be all cool. I'm like, ah, like, fuck.
That was like
At the end of the night, like, I'm just like, I'm in the fucking gurney. I'm going to the hospital and shit. Like,
Party
just,
too hard.
Party too hard.
that would have been
bro.
a sick ass video though.
All the bitches. Oh my god.
You're a bitch
Hey,
still.
bro, all I know
Though.
is-
You're still a bitch. She
I
walked
know,
away.
to that one girl wearing that cheetah shirt. Huh, fuck
That
me.
night was fun. I honestly miss doing that with my homies. Like we haven't done it like that in a while. Hans missed out.
And like what we said, we were saying like it is dope doing two spontaneous things that we did. Like we haven't done it in a while, where we go to two different locations and both locations were like very fun. Yeah, it's fun to do like something like, oh, we planned something and like, hey, fuck, let's go do this now, and you do that, and it's like also fun. We're like, we haven't done that in a very long time.
Y'all got in something like that in LA or not yet?
Nah,
something
not really.
spontaneous
They're
that you're like,
they're here to work.
We just be working, bro. Honestly, like I go even like the times I've been to clubs, like I'm just there and I'm like, man, all these people just remind me of high school, like just high school culture. It's so much high school culture, like in the real world, that people try to like not ignore.
Yeah.
And it's like you can't have fun with people. You feel me? Like your friends, you bring them over, or you guys go to a bonfire like you did, and have a good time or whatever. But just being in an environment, especially like that like the trap environment, like shit like that. There's a lot of like always superiority and like you feel me. It's just weird. It's like
I
a
hate
weird
that shit.
vibe.
Yeah.
It's like
It's like I'm better than you type thing.
yeah, it's like jocks in the real world,
Yeah.
like on some fucking, you
Oh,
feel me?
yeah.
On some
Bro,
high
the
school.
VI
People are
the
still in that mentality. you
The
feel me?
VIP
So-
tables are all like the popular kids.
Yeah,
and
it's
the
like,
You know
cool
what's
kids,
my
yeah.
favorite part
Popular
about this
kids.
podcast?
Yeah.
Back then, I used to party in LA a lot.
Yeah.
And there's this one dude. He's like a singer, a fucking clout
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
He never said what's up to me, bro, ever. Now I got more followers than his bitch ass.
Let's go, bro.
Yo, bitch ass.
So now when I see him, I'm saying hi to him.
Yeah, shout out to you.
Yeah, shout out to yo, bitch ass. I think that's my biggest pet peeve is when people like don't say what's they don't dab you up. or
No,
some shit.
I had
was like, who
I
the fuck
literally
are
did
you?
my first show like a couple months ago. My first show ever. Like I've never done a show, so I did my first show. It wasn't really like the people didn't really set it up really well, so it kind of like fucked. It was all kind of fucked. But also, the thing that really made me mad though is that the dude that I was supposed to like, I guess, open for, they started switching it around. Then he was gonna open for me, and then all of a sudden, this man shows up for 30 minutes. 30. He showed up only. I was there since 7 p.m. till like 2 a.m. just waiting to perform, pretty much. So that's already fucked. That's already a whole work day. You feel me? And then he shows up for 30 minutes, gets there. He doesn't say hi to me at all. Looks around, leaves. And then he calls the dude. He's like, hey, I'm not doing the show. This like whatever. Y'all still got to pay me. What the heck? And then I never like saw him. And this dude is just a dude that like doesn't really, I mean, he has followers, but like I said, a lot of people nowadays, they be getting fake followers.
Hella fake followers.
Oh
bro.
my god!
So many fucking
and
fake
then,
followers.
and then that like boosts their ego, and then they think that they're able to treat people like that or do things like that in real life. Especially to someone like, you feel me? Like I feel like my work is, I'm proud of my work. So if I were to see someone that's proud of their work and puts their heart into their work, I would want to treat them the best that I can. You feel me? And actually make myself noticed by them and be like, hey, what's good? You feel me? Like that's just respect. But he literally didn't say anything. I was like, what the fuck?
And they even have fake comments too.
Yeah.
Like fake followers, fake
the fake
views,
comments.
fake views.
That's the thing. You can fake anything.
You can fake
nowadays,
anything.
You know.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Everything's fake.
Everything's fake.
I got
bro.
so many Yahoo accounts.
LA is like the capital of fake.
The capital of
Yeah.
cap.
Cap.
Yeah, the capital of
LA's the
cap.
capital.
The cap.
The capital.
The capital.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're just talking about like how like you really put in like the thought and effort to like your videos and stuff. Like, do you come up with the ideas on your own, or like how do you come up with like the ideas for like the videos more than
Yeah,
like the, more than the
usually
music?
when me and my producer Échale Par, his name is Échale Par, look him up. But Échale Par, me and him like sit down and we're like making the track, and usually we start getting ideas of like a scenario or a situation, or just thinking of like colors even.
Yeah,
'Cause
colors
I'm a
are a
very
big
color
deal.
driven person,
Yeah.
like for me. So I start thinking of colors for the song, and I usually like write it down on my notes, or I make a voice memo. Like okay, like for example, Tontea, we literally went outside of my homie's crib. We were in the balcony, we were sitting down, and I literally just recorded, and literally shot by shot, we literally just basically freestyled the whole video, just shot by shot, talked about it, about every single scene, like the scene with the bochos, the blue bochos, and the back, there's like the house is blue, and like the tiendita, me coming out of the tiendita with the phone, like that was all just like straight up, just like we just started talking about it, and that was the first thing that we thought of.
Oh damn!
So when we came up with that, we were like, okay, well then let's see how we put it to work, and that's really when the magic happens. When you really just
Have you? How long have you been writing for?
like music or
Have you written other stuff before?
no. So I used to be really into like writing, like in school and stuff. I would write a lot, and I wasn't really ever much of a reader. I'm getting into reading now, but I would always be writing like short stories and shit like that. But for sure, like once I graduated, or even before I graduated, I was very into Calle 13. I don't know.
Oh, those fools are sick.
So Calle 13 is like my biggest inspiration. Like ese way, like es un dios, bro, con la letra and everything. Like es un pinche like fucking legend forever, bro. Like he's a crack. Yeah, he's a crack. Yeah. So I would always listen to Calle 13, and I love the way that he would just write like poetically and just like everything, and every single line is a punchline for him. Like you feel me? It's not no like, oh, mediocre and then here's my hitter. It's like, no, every line he was hitting. And then so I started really getting into it, and then I started writing rap in Spanish. That's how it started. Like just straight rap. Like you feel me? And then I moved into trap, and then I went through that whole like SoundCloud phase too as well, and just exploring my sound. And then but I always like it, I remember even sitting like when I was like 7 years old, like in the playground, and I would be like fucking just freestyling like melodies, like songs. Like it wasn't even on rap. It was just literally because I grew up listening to a lot of romantic Latin music.
Yeah,
like, that's where I take my biggest
when you're clean and stuff all the time.
Yeah. My biggest inspiration is like fucking Sin Banderas. I love Sin Banderas. Camila. I love even like Banda Limón, like Banda MS. Like I love love songs. Like I've always loved love songs, right? So I've always listened to them, and for me, I started getting into trap and stuff like that, and then I started seeing like Juice WRLD and like, you feel me, like Uzi, and I started seeing like, you feel me, that kind of vibe, and definitely X and Ski and stuff like that. So for me, it was just like, man, I love this and I love this so much, and I want to just, I just want to, so that's where like it really,
and you
just
can hear it in the music too.
Yeah, I just want to like bridge those two, like you feel me, because
you can really hear the.
You can really hear it on the sloppy one.
El foie, puro pinche foie.
But yeah,
Simon.
But yeah, I like how you play with like different ways of like making music. 'Cause, like I listen to like all the music on Apple Music, and I was like, I would be driving and I would like look over and I'd be like, oh shit, it's still short, bro. I was like, I thought it was another rapper, but it was just a different song with like a different like kind of theme to it.
That's awesome.
That was tight.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That was tight.
I love to have people. My biggest thing was always like make people think you're gonna do something and then do whatever the fuck you want. You feel me? Like. Always never let people what's coming next. You feel me? Because I feel like a lot of times predictability, it works because it's worked for a lot of artists. You feel me? But I feel like we're getting to a point where it's like, if you do shit that's random, it's probably better because people are gonna want to check up. You feel me? I'm gonna want to. Yeah. Oh, what? Like you have no idea where it's going, and that's the fun part about it and about life. You feel me? You have no idea where things are gonna go, so it's like. That's life. That's short life.
That's short life. That's true.
You be thinking, man.
I be thinking.
So you got like a sick ass tattoo here.
Yeah.
Tell us more about that. That's just hard as fuck.
Yeah. So this I got this tattoo like half a year now.
It's like a commitment, right? You're just like, I'm all out. Let's do it.
Yeah,
Wait, this is a tattoo?
Yeah, this is tatted.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I thought you just got like you're just like.
That's why everybody thinks it's face paint.
That's tight. It looks tight though.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, I wanted to go with the fuck again. Damn.
You have to pick up at this one, bro.
Podcast exclusive with this mom.
Exclusive. Nah, so basically, the meaning behind the tat is basically like, well, I've never seen it like blue tats on people like ever. So I was like, man, I gotta get some blue, and I was. This was around the time where I was getting into, like, really finding out like about the colonization of America and about the colonization of Mexico and where people really like, and finding out the truth really, and so I started seeing there was a lot of like I started researching a lot of like Aztec, Incas, you feel me, like stuff, like a lot of tribes and stuff, and I really liked their blue paint, you feel me, that they would use, their blue ink, because it's so rare to find light blue objects in nature in general. Like if you see something light blue, it's probably like venomous, unless it's the sky or the ocean. And those are the two most powerful things. Like those are gods pretty much. You feel me? For people. So for me, it was just always like, damn, that shit is so sick. You feel me? Like that color, and I've never seen someone do it. I had to go to like 4 tattoo shops to get it because no one wanted to do it. No one, because they were like, you're olive. And I do like if I stay out in the sun, I don't really stay I'm in the studio all the time, but if I stay out in the sun, I get like my tint, like, you feel me, comes out my melatonin. So they were like, if it goes up, like your tattoos are gonna get away, like, you feel me, they're gonna. So I always make sure I wear sunscreen and stuff like that. Also the color light blue, my grandma, like mis dos abuelas in Mexico, their houses and stuff, they were always light blue, like both of them. So for me, it was like growing up, it just reminds me of those houses, you feel me, where I really like was with my cousins, and I really like, and you feel me, you complete dopamine all the time, no need for anything except for just living, and it was dopamine, you feel me. So for me, it was just reminds me of that. And also I like the essence of light blue when it comes to like royalty and shit like that, you feel me. So it's like my future, I want, you feel me, my future, I want prince, queen, you feel me, these are the people I inspire to be. So like my future, and then my past, and then it also represents like change. This tat in particular, like switching lanes. So it's like you're going this way and then you switch. And for me, like being an immigrant from Mexico, like coming as a kid and seeing my family come with me and leaving everything behind, and then moving from here to there to here, and having to deal with those experiences that, you know, you not necessarily every individual that was born here had to go through, and all those changes and identity and in self-reflection, you feel me? Those are things that I feel like need to happen to a lot of other people, and I feel like change is something that a lot of people need to acquire more in their life, because a lot of the times you look at anything in nature, or even not in nature, roads, like anything, it changes every day. Like cars go by, it changes, you feel me? It's never the same. Down to an atom, it's never the same. So why would your personality or your spirit, or your way of looking at life not? You feel me? Yeah. If it doesn't, you're gonna get depressed. That's how depression happens. It's really just not seeing change in your environment for so long and feeling so stuck and so, because I've felt that before, you feel me? And there was a time in my life where I had to really just embrace change in its existence, because I was in that position where you're living the same routine, you're doing the same thing, you're in the same environment, you're with the same people, and you don't like any of it, but you're still there. Yeah. Why? Because you're scared of change. But change ultimately is going to end up being good change, even if it's bad change at first, because you end up changing and changing until it's good. You feel me? But as long as you keep changing, it's going to end up good. But if you don't at all, you're never going to know, and it's just going to be miserable. You feel me? You're going to be miserable.
Yeah, it's just it's adapting. Like all the animals that survive now are the ones that changed and adapted to the change. And people are so afraid to change, but change is necessary for the growth of life.
When the times change, you know, you gotta try to change your ways.
Also,
so, like you say, adapt. So,
that's what kind of brings us to like cancel culture and shit. How it always pisses me off when like celebrities or something, they have old tweets that cancel them.
That's so dumb, bro.
That's so stupid, because like
they can't change.
They literally they change, like they fucking. They grew out of a mindset. They learned shit. That's not them anymore. That's fucking from 2012.
It's like cancel culture like wants people to change, right? But just because they found an old tweet, it's like
it doesn't apply to them.
It's like, okay, you want people to change, but you're not letting this person. It's like you're not. It's like basically you're saying this person never changed. Like
I guess a big thing of it is just they want people to take accountability. You know, and the thing is that it's hard to take accountability when that person doesn't even exist anymore. You feel me? Like that person is dead. Like it's not alive. You feel me? I can't go and talk to that person because that person has literally died. And that's the thing about that kind of those kinds of situations where people are basing their shit on past. And a lot of people, especially nowadays in the internet, they live either in the past or in the lives of others or in the future a lot. and they don't necessarily have a balance of the present. And so if they start seeing and calling out people for things they did in their past, they start calling out themselves. It's really just a projection of their own judgment from their old selves, really, because people judge them what they did before all the time. You feel me? Yeah. You regret things, and regret is such a
I hate that shit.
It's a bitch, bro.
Yeah,
like, regret's a bitch,
bitch
because at the end of the day, if you regret something,
you're gonna live in the past.
You're gonna live in the past, and there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
There is no fixing regret. There is no cure, because you try to cure it, it's uncurable because it's no longer even there. You feel me?
And you're gonna stay there because what you can't have, you're gonna want even more. Yeah. And if you can't get something you regret because it's in the past, you're gonna want to be even stuck there forever.
Forever, yeah. And it's just like I always say that example where it's like, time and space and life is like a river. You feel me? And it's like flowing like really fast, you can either choose to be the rock that stays where it wants to stay and get pushed over by the river and eventually mold into the ground, or get chipped away and broken, or you just go with the flow. If you don't go with the flow and you're gonna end up being cracked and shit. And you're never going to see what's at the end of the river. You feel me? You're just going to get fucked up. Like, time is going to kill you. Time is really the most powerful thing, because it makes people be like, oh, shit, shit's happening right now, and I'm not with it. And it's not going to stop. You can't stop it. You feel me? So it's always going to just keep going. Even if you don't want it to. You can't stop it.
Can't stop it.
Ever.
Yeah. But that's wild. Like, time really just like, it's just the only thing that really exists in the world if you really think about it. Like, it's like it's like a teacher, but you could also learn, like, you can teach with time at the same time. That's why people change and stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's why I think it's so interesting when you talk about something like an energy source or like a god. I always picture them not living in that existence, because they wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, they can't.
I feel like churches were really just to portray spirituality in a physical form. You feel me? But and having that book is just a way of portraying that physically. But I feel like if there is a God and he is as powerful, you feel me, and there is that energy, then it would live in a fourth dimension where time and space doesn't even exist.
It don't matter.
It's never existed or not existed. It's just there. And also, if that person is there and time and space doesn't even exist there, and that energy is there, why would that energy comply to your moral standards that you believe in your society upon millions of societies in the world? Like, it
doesn't make sense.
Mind blowing to me that people think that they're so ego like centered, where they think that their right version of right or wrong is so right and wrong that even a being which is from another dimension and has ultimate power is gonna agree with them.
Yeah, that's why. That's why. Like even it sounds messed up or everything, because we come from like a Catholic family. And all that. It sounds messed up, but like I agree with like certain things. Like there's something bigger than me, but I don't agree with like everything. Like I don't feel like you have to go to church to be a good person. I always hated that. I remember hearing ladies saying like you have to go to church in order to be a good person. I was like, or what? Or I don't go to church today, I'm gonna slap my mom tomorrow. No, bro, like I'm not gonna go to church today. I'm gonna just still give tomorrow. I'm still gonna give the day before. Like it doesn't matter.
I think it's really just your heart. Having your heart. And a lot of times also like not going to church. A lot of times, I mean, fucked up shit has happened. You feel me? Like, it's at the end of the day, it's an organization like any other. You feel me? And the Pope, it was the middleman between the king and the church. The church was the town, ran the town. People knew, like, they were the powerhouses really of towns. Like, if you go back, and the Pope was the middleman between the king and that. So it was always connected to the king. It was always connected to. But the Pope, an overall like organization, you feel me?
And then the Pope is like that person that you look at and you're like, oh, he's right. Whatever he's saying, I'm gonna do. But whatever the king says, nah, fuck what the king says. I don't care.
So he was just like the image that the king could use.
He was an image at that point. That's really crazy to think about.
That's where literally the pawns come from and everything. It's literally from that shit.
That's why. It's weird, like how you said, like with time and stuff. I hate how people still think like that far back, like they still think they're right. Like they never question certain things about like the Bible, about things like that. That's why like even probably when I was like in like confirmation, all those classes, I would always I would keep my questions to myself because it'd usually be like a lady that like really likes church and she like really likes to help out. It's a señora, you know. You see her like as your mom. You're like, I'm not gonna even fucking trouble her with these stupid ass questions. But I always would keep them to myself. I'd be like, why this? Why that? Why this?
It's not worth getting into that conversation with people that aren't ready for
that
it.
are believe and that they believe like I'm maybe I'm wrong too. You know, it's just my opinion.
It's not even right or wrong.
It's just
like, bro. This is
so much.
This is literally what we are. This is all we, and what's in here is something else. And if you connect to that through this, then it doesn't live here, and it shouldn't apply to this.
I shouldn't apply to anything materialistic.
It's just that. It's literally just as solid as that, because the stories and everything, and the story that people say, it's a story, but really it's just about life. Really, at the end of the day, spirituality, religion is about living life.
Yeah.
Just soaking it in.
You believe in aliens?
I believe in aliens. I do. I think I do. I do believe in aliens. I think I do. Yeah. I think I do. Yeah. I think I do. But the reason why I don't necessarily believe in aliens, I believe in
other beings.
I think dimensional.
From the future?
I think dimensional beings.
Oh, bro, that's like about like one time I came up with like this weird thought.
You know what's crazy? I have a theory. Okay, there's this theory. No, I don't even have a theory. Okay,
it's a fact.
It's a hypothesis.
It's been going on online. It's a conspiracy theory that I've heard a lot on TikTok too. Right?
Shit.
But these people are
TikTok professors.
Yeah. People keep saying that white people are aliens, bro.
White people are aliens.
Yeah, they keep saying that white people are descendants of aliens, because if you think about it, humans have been around for this long, right?
Yeah.
And time and existence is like you go, right? Yeah. There's no way that an alien being has not landed before that. There's no way. There's so much that is not us here. That so what I'm saying is, like, they think that white people are basically like ancestral aliens that came here, and because they're literally aliens here, they've had certain tendencies or certain aspects of their culture that has become transparent upon alien culture. If you look at conquesting in general, or even you break it down even to slavery. Slavery is such a alien thing to do if you think about it. Like, you get to a planet, you feel me, and hiring other people to do, or hiring or getting other people to do things for you, and you sitting back exploiting in a sense, right? It's a very alien thing to do, right? If I get to a planet, I see motherfuckers there, I'm like, yo, I'm superior to you, and you have to listen to me. Yeah. And not only that, but this land is now mine. Yeah. Or that is like a very...
even explain, like Christopher Columbus just went to the ocean.
And then they call us aliens. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. To hide it.
They're trying to hide it. They're trying to fuck with us.
That's what I was about to say. That's what I was about to say, kind of. Like, I was like, all these other races have, like... They've encountered some weird shit. They have like weird drawings, weird paintings, weird things like that. And they done some crazy ass shit, built pyramids in Mexico and Egypt, and like all this shit, right? Yeah. White people we don't have any proof. White people don't have any
I don't know,
like there's something came down. Like they're like nothing came down on us.
I mean,
that's us.
The thing you could break it down to is, like, people always say Vikings. Or like Vikings, or like people always say like Scottish Vikings, stuff like that. But even that, like, you break that down, where did there's really not a beginning. I've never heard of a beginning.
And because Adam and Eve were like the first people in the world, they were brown or black. They all come from Africa.
Yeah.
So if the first ones were black and brown, how the fuck did white come from with blue eyes?
Yeah. And people try to say it's because of like where you live, but there's black people everywhere. Not even that, but there's brown people everywhere as well, and people that, because how do you explain people that live in igloos being brown, and you say that? How do you explain it? They're the darkest. They are the darkest.
This man be thinking.
How do you explain it? How?
Yeah.
You can't. So you can't. So that in itself, I feel like is not true, because you might say, the sun does affect to a certain extent your skin tone, obviously.
Your pigmentation,
but and your adaptation to it, obviously. But there is no way that you can say just because of winter that your skin is that pale. There's no way. There's no way.
Yeah.
because the sun still hits you. And it hits you harder because it reflects off the snow.
The snow, yeah, it hits you even, and you're in a cap, bro. You're in a pole, so that shit just beams right on you. It doesn't matter.
It's like, FBI, open up.
Hey, y'all talking too much.
And then, bro, honestly, we don't even know what came first.
Yeah,
the chicken or the egg.
We don't know who came first, right? We don't know if the human came first or the alien came first.
Yeah,
we don't even need all that answer itself, bro. Like people want to say,
I think it's a mixture. I think
it's a mystery,
I think honestly,
bro.
everybody comes from like alien and also.
No, I like what you said. White people come from aliens.
White people come from aliens. I'm gonna look at white lady today. I'm gonna call her an
the only
alien.
ones that kill like beautiful animals. Why y'all killing giraffes? Why you killing rhinos? It's only white people doing that shit. Why?
And you know what's even worse when you find out that there's a animal that's like endangered. They're like, fuck it, even better.
Let's kill it.
Time to go get
No,
that
it's
shit.
crazy.
Yeah.
There's a whole thing where like people pay to go to Africa to hunt, like wild animals, and that money it helps animals shelters. Like it's a whole thing that they have to have people go and hunt because these rich people are willing to pay so much money to hunt these, beautiful animals just to be able to use that money to save the animals.
Oh, so they're like finessing them?
So they're basically like doing shelters and stuff like that for them off of that money. That's how much money they're willing to pay. If they would just donate that money instead of having to go and kill an animal.
It's like I'll kill one animal to save 5 type shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
To give to an organization that's gonna. But it's fucked because it's like, bro,
sometimes
why don't you just give the money? Like, why you have
sometimes they're
to...
lacking though, bro, because there's been a lot of animals that have been extinct because of that shit, bro.
Yeah, literally.
It's like where the fuck was the shelter at, bro?
Yeah.
It's
literally.
like but that's kind of a weird thing, right? Paying just to go like kill. Like you're paying
Trophy hunting?
tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, trophy hunting. That's what it's
Yeah,
called.
like you're paying tens of thousands of dollars for what?
Just and it's like it's a fucking okay if you get fucking gloves and you go fight the animal, way better. But you have a gun.
Way better with the
Fight the animal?
I respect you way more if you go fight the animal.
Kangaroo, like a kangaroo.
I'll get down with the kangaroo.
I'm just saying, like
Suck
to me,
you?
it seems like a waste of money.
So
Like
why you
tens
should
of
pay
thousands of
them, bro?
dollars to go hunt in the hot ass sun. Why don't you just go to like a very nice vacation,
and
bro?
it's a pussy shit. It's some pussy shit having a sniper, a rifle from
Like, wouldn't you
back and
waste
just-
tens of thousands of dollars on like a very
Bro.
nice vacation?
Bro, you know what's crazy? American culture is so weird to the point where mass shootings are like a norm. That's so crazy to me.
That
too.
is crazy.
Bro, on
It's
God.
like guns and everything is like so normalized to the point where it's like so regular that it happens. Because if I go to Mexico, right, the odds of you getting maybe like something stolen from you or maybe you get hijacked or something like that aren't insanely low, right? So it can happen, but the odds of someone just going into a place and killing people for no reason,
yeah.
it would never happen unless you live in America. Yeah. Why? It goes back to the medical system, how they've treated prescriptions, right? And people, and how they've exploited people with mental illnesses in order to make money, and as well as torment of not having a family structure in the household that they can that people can rely on, and being always so, because America is like I don't know why it's so selfish. Like it's extremely selfish. Extremely selfish.
America has an individualistic culture, which is just if I benefit from it, fuck you. You know, that's it. That's really what they are.
The only 2 sports that America is good at, like in the Olympics and shit, and in general, are the sports that no one else plays. It's like
no team sports.
Yeah, like football. No one plays fucking football.
That's only here.
Yeah, it's only here.
In Canada.
Baseball, nobody else besides maybe like China and shit.
No, they're not even the best at baseball anymore.
Exactly,
bro.
but it's just like
Bro,
India
best.
be killing it at baseball.
and the cricket. They be killing that cricket.
Cricket, yeah.
But it's just like we're the world's best at the sports that no one plays, and it's like, bro. What the
Or that basically the sport that the U.S. created.
yeah,
No,
exactly.
and that's why I hated. Like I was in sports, but like growing up, obviously I was in soccer,
Yeah.
and I was in I was in soccer. I think I did like lacrosse for a little bit, for like a couple months. Just because I had some homies that were Mexican too, that were doing this stuff. But so I did soccer, right? And the thing is, I ended up getting in a team with like a bunch of white kids, right? And just seeing the dynamic of how they treat the sport is just so like they don't even care if the team about the team. They care about themselves, and it's personal record. And it was, I always saw it so weird because I'm like, bro, this is a game. Like I saw it as a game. You feel me? I'm there to have fun, like, you know. And these kids are over here, like their parents are like literally insanely like just Karens, like fucking Karen dads, Karen moms, and not only that, but the kid is putting down other kids in the team and saying, "Oh, you're fucking like
you're trash, bro." Like, bro,
call me Beaner and shit. I got called Beaner, but like
your own teammate? Your own teammate?
My own teammate, bro. He was like, bro, no, in high school, bro, it was worse, bro. Like, it was so bad. But literally, my own teammate was like, oh, you're nothing but a Beaner, like whatever. You can't play, like you're not gonna be able to play with us or whatever. And then I remember even like, cause I used to have flat feet. I was born with like flat feet, so I couldn't run like, you know, that well. But kids would always like take the sports, and they have like tantrums after losing, like
oh yeah,
like fucking throwing shit, just like
fucking go home, mom.
Yeah, like fucking. And
these
like,
$200 boots didn't work, mom.
Yeah, like fucking and I'm like, bro, it's just a game. Like I was always like, what the fuck, and I was always in it for the fun of it, you feel me? And that's what I love about music, that I'm in it for the fun, you feel me? I'm in it for the creativity. Yeah. I'm in it for the expression. I'm not in it for
the clout.
for to compete with others. I'm competing with myself.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm competing with me. I want to be better than what I did before, you feel me? I don't care if I'm better. I just want to be myself and be different, and also like do better than I did before.
I think if everyone had that like mentality in a way, like I think it'd be all much better. Yeah. Because I even see it like in like not in like our friend group, which I think we're really lucky to have, but like I see like friend groups that they compete against each other and shit. Yeah. I'm like, for what? Like
girls be doing that.
Like
a lot.
y'all aren't y'all homies? Like why am I gonna compete against anyone else?
And that's one of the biggest reasons too that in Mexico, like and Mexicans haven't had someone that's able to portray them in the media, you feel me, as an artist, or someone that has, you know, broken those boundaries and been able to represent them in that way. Yeah. It's the same. It goes back to the same thing where people are like, oh, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that. Let's see if you can.
Let's see. Let's see. No, but first they'll judge you regardless. Yeah. First you get judged, and then they'll be like, okay, let's see.
Yeah. And then you get judged for starting something new. Like, oh, what happened to the other thing? I didn't work out.
Of course, you always hear that one sound.
Yeah.
That's how you know you're about to be judged so hard. Like, oh my god, bro.
So I want to get something out, like the video with Sammy Perez. I don't know if people know who that is. He was a very like famous actor in a show called, was it X Derbez?
Yeah, that's where I remember him from big time. He was in X Derbez. I watched him growing up a lot, and he did a lot of stuff there. That's where he started. And then Derbez took him kind of under his wing, and because he was such a character, like this man was literally he wasn't even, he was just a actual person that was a character in terms of being a person. That's how he was.
That's how he actually was.
24/7. Sammy is Sammy. Like did not stop being Sammy at all.
You talking about the clerk from the video, right?
Yeah.
I was like, why does he look so fucking familiar?
Yeah. So he was in X Derbez, and then Eugenio Derbez did another movie. It was called No Se Aceptan Devoluciones, which is like which is in English I think it's called Instructions Not Included.
Yeah, and he gets like a little girl.
He was in it, and also Bajo la Misma Luna he was in it too. I
can't remember that one. I haven't watched it in a long time.
That's the sad one.
That's the really sad one.
I watched it again. I don't think Sammy comes out now, or
maybe he does. I don't know, but he was like connected with him, so he kind of like gave him light. And just hanging out with him, it was just like, it was incredible. You feel me? He's really just a Mexican legend. Like forever will be a Mexican legend. I remember even in high school, like junior year, senior year, like I would just play videos of him and like just like
him being
during lunch, like just on the computer, just watching him and just like cracking up. I used to like, you feel me? It's always someone I've always loved so much, and I kind of knew that in my lifetime I would meet him for some reason. Like I always had that feeling because he was very special to me.
You felt like a type of bond, and like a connection in a way.
A connection with him, because I could tell that he was just him. You know, there was no front, there was no, it was just him, and the shit that he would say he really believed, and no matter how ridiculous it was, he owned that shit. You feel me? And just to work with him, and you know, meeting him, he actually took like he literally took like a 2-day bus trip to be in my video.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
2-day bus trip. Like, from where? Guatemala. From Guatemala, he came all the way to Monterrey.
Damn.
Because he didn't like planes. He doesn't like planes.
Oh wow.
So he literally took a bus to get to my video. Got there, did my video. Well, at first I met him at the hotel and we went out for lunch, and everyone that was there recognized him. And the food was kind of whack, but we ate there anyway. and then we left, and the next day was the shooting day. So I met up with him, and he was talking about different things about the politics and stuff like that. But the way that he would approach it, he just had this innocence like to him, that he was just like. He was just like learning. He was always learning, always, he was like a sponge. At his age, like that man was already like, you feel me, already lived so much. And he's still trying to ask me about what I do, you feel me? And still trying to learn and grow. And he had so much life in him when I met him. And then recently finding out that what happened to him and him passing away was definitely something very very crazy for me, especially just know my message and everything that I do, and just have my video be his last video.
That was pretty cool.
Absolutely insane. The amount of pressure that I feel as an individual to carry on his legacy and carry on his the way that he viewed the world is very strong, because this man took the time to come to just an independent artist, you feel me, shoot in Monterrey. That was just some random song about a girl moving real sexy. And just came, and he was just like, let's do it. You feel me? So yeah, I'll always carry him in my heart. And COVID is a motherfucker. So whoever's going through that shit, just pray for them,
Like something I hate when like when I be at work and stuff, people would be like, "Oh, how you handling this COVID?" Like so like nonchalant, and like I would never ask that, because in my head I'd be like, people's family like pass away, like it's sudden, you don't realize like one day like you could be fine, the next day you're out, and like people don't realize it.
And I think people are realizing that life is very
I think
short
finally they are,
more.
but it's crazy that people approach it without like not caring. Like COVID's still a disease. COVID treated like worse than cancer right now. Like people still are dying. Don't be asking them like, oh, how's your COVID?
Vicente Fernandez right now.
He's like battling it right now.
He's in hospital. I met him actually.
Oh damn!
I went to his crib when we went to where was it? Guadalajara. Yeah, we went to Guadalajara and we went. He let us into his mansion,
his estate.
Yeah, his estate, and he sung to us and stuff like that, and we took a picture with him. He showed us around. He has like a pool. He had like a pool that was literally a guitar, like a guitar pool. It was crazy. And he had like 500 horses. Yeah, 500 horses.
God
yeah,
damn.
500
Actually, he does have a lot of horses.
500 horses and like a bunch of land and shit. But yeah, he's in COVID. He's for COVID right now, so it's crazy. It's getting everybody that's like really big over there.
And that's been a story since like last week, dude.
Yeah, the thing about Mexico too is that you can't get the vaccine a lot of times if you're not born there. So people like move. You feel me? You're born somewhere in Mexico. You move with your whole family. You start a whole nother life somewhere else. You're expected to have the money to travel there, and also have the necessary paperwork to get it. It's like a whole nother thing. In the U.S., it's like you can literally go to any Walgreens.
Go to CVS, I'm gonna go get my Pfizer shot, even though I already got like 2.
Pfizer?
No, I'm just playing.
The Pfizer,
I'm gonna go collect them all.
It's finally
it got approved today.
Yeah, FDA approved today.
Yeah.
Puro Pfizer gang here, dog.
Yeah.
Nah, but that's tight that you like get to like meet like artists and stuff like that. Like that's really cool. Like here we've gone to meet like for like I don't know if you know like Super Ego and stuff like that. Your Mexican If.
Super Ego. I think
Cholo Adventures and
stuff
like that. So we met him. He was with us.
Bro, I used to watch him all the time.
We had him
every day.
That was an experience.
Yeah, exactly. That was a lot.
Popping.
Exactly.
That was an experience.
And so that's how I feel like you felt with like Sammy and stuff like that, because that's someone we grew up watching too. You know. So that's pretty freaking tight. Have you ever had like a moment where you meet someone, you're like,
a
shit,
fangirl?
like a fangirl moment?
No, not yet.
Not yet?
I don't think I'll ever really have one, honestly.
No.
For me, I see people as humans more than, you feel me? I don't, I tend to
You don't idolize?
idolize people, because for me, it's like everybody's imperfect. You feel me? No matter how perfect you try to be. And I feel like the more people idolize people or like try to make them seem to be perfect, the worse their self-esteem gets, because you get into a realm of comparing. And comparing always leads to, you feel me, like just bad thoughts. So for me, it's just like, you're an individual, you make music. A lot of times when I get into a studio with even someone that's already established as an artist, I don't really look to do a feature with them. I don't really care. Like, I'm just there to meet them because they do music and I like music. You feel me? It's just on some, just like living. Like, I'm like, it's not about that person having certain numbers or doing this or doing that. It's just about, oh shit, you do this and you love to do it. I love to do it too. You feel me? It's like that kind of situation. But I've definitely, with Sammy, I definitely was like, yo, this dude has been around forever.
Like, it's someone that like gets you like a little excited. You're like, oh shit, like, wow,
it's
like
surreal, like a surreal moment. You're like,
moment.
damn, like this is.
Yeah, I mean,
don't you feel proud of yourself though? You're like, damn, I got myself to that point, to that position, to where Sammy and like Vicente Fernandez stuff, you meet them. Like, don't you feel proud at that moment?
Yeah,
of yourself.
I mean, it's really hard for me to feel proud of myself. I mean, I feel proud of the work I've done, you feel me, looking back to it. But for me, it's really just like, when that moment is there, it's like I already knew that moment was going to happen. I've been thinking about that moment. It's happening. I live it. And then after it happens, I'm like, damn, that shit was fire. And then I just go on to the next thing. Like, it's just how you feel me?
That's a cool way to move.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's just trying to be present, especially during those moments where you have those moments of, you know, damn, this is really happening. I was able to really make this happen. It's just, you have to just kind of just soak it in and just live in it. You feel me? And if you try to analyze it too much,
you get in your head.
Yeah,
you get in your head.
So for me, it's just like, damn, okay, like, this ain't worked. I bet, let's go. Like, you feel me? And there's always gonna be things that don't work.
Yeah.
You know, because even when we had Sammy, we had, someone didn't do something, or we need someone extra, or we need someone didn't show up, or, you know, always bullshit that comes out, especially the last 2 days.
For sure.
People always wait for the last day for something to happen and be like,
I know
that shit ain't gonna work. I've been asking you for 2 weeks, bro, to get your calendar straight. Like, you feel me? So you just have to, you know, there's always gonna be something that goes wrong. There's always stuff that's gonna go right, and it's just loving both. You feel me?
Yeah.
Both things.
As a creative, how do you deal with your lows?
I think I recently had my lows. I recently had a low. A couple right before actually this last video that dropped. Just because sometimes it is frustrating, especially as an independent artist, to you know, really give it your all, and then you do see recognition, obviously, but sometimes, you know, your ego is in the way and you feel like you deserve more. But there is nothing that you deserve as a human, you feel me? Nobody deserves anything. It's just you earn it, you feel me? You always have to earn. My pa always told me, like, todo se gana, you feel me? You have to earn everything. So for me, it was just, sometimes I get in those thoughts, or I start comparing. I get on social media way too much. That's why I deleted Snapchat too, because I was just on stories. Yeah. And that shit will fuck you up, bro. That shit will fuck up your brain. So just being able to, like, just get off of that, of comparing, get off of the comparing, get off of what you think you deserve, and then changing, like, your environment. Like, coming out here to LA and Cali, right after, like, the day that my new video drops, Tontea, it was like a boost, you feel me? I get those boosts of, like, okay, let's make shit happen, you feel me? And the more shit that you start changing around you, and the more shit you start doing, the more you can get out of that hole. But there's always those dips, you know? And you have to have those dips to really understand yourself. I feel like those dips are important, because if you didn't have those dips, then the parts where it's not in a dip, you wouldn't realize. You know?
wouldn't realize, oh, okay, this is
yeah. So
a lot of successful people always say too that their failure is what helped their success.
Yeah.
Because it's also like, you know, trying new things, or, you know, doing this, but they say that you can never succeed unless you've failed many times.
Many times, yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you, and sometimes, like, even, like, failing really in itself is
It's
just,
not failing.
It's not failing. It's just
Yeah.
accepting that it didn't work out
Yeah.
for that
It's
point. For that
basically
point.
like-
But it really when you fail, it is the perfect time to reflect. You know, people that are successful. They use that. That's the thing. That's why I was talking to people. I'm like, no, there's no good or bad, because every good energy can become a bad energy, and every bad energy interaction can become a good one. You know, I got bullied for a lot of my life, you feel me? Just as a Mexican and being different, you know, and racially targeted in school, and you feel me, and went through a lot of stuff like that. And those aren't necessarily good experiences, and people would be like, that's bad experiences. But it's everything is neutral, because you can use those experiences to fuel, you know, things that happen in your life, everyday life. And you can use those you're able to transfer that same amount of energy into something positive. That's where you win. You feel me? If you lose your house, if you're going to a day-to-day job and you're working a 9 to 5 and you hate it, you know, and going through it over and over and over again, and you're so frustrated, that energy can be used to yell at someone, you know, get mad at someone, get frustrated, throw shit, or get drunk, go to the club, waste time. You feel me? Waste money. Try to escape. Or you can use that exact same to start your own online shit, or you know, even like I have a cousin in Mexico right now. Like the cousins I have in Mexico right now, I mean, you know what it is. Being broke here is not being broke there. It's a whole nother level. But I have broke cousins out there right now who are having a job, working out every day, and on top of that, they're starting their own like guitar fixing shit, where they're like literally just grabbing guitars that are broken, people throw away, and they're fixing them up and making them like really nice and selling them. It's like, bro, that there's no excuse for you not to choose, because there's so much time. Even though you might say like, oh man, it's just I'm working night shifts and I'm always tired and I'm always this, you know. I mean, caffeine's a thing. You feel me? Like there's always something. There's always something that you're able to move your environment in order to achieve something. But you always have to strive for something or have something excited for. Like, how do you live your life not having something to look to?
Bro, honestly, that's like a big
having
thing.
the weekends to look to go clubbing. Yeah. Like, that's so...
that's like you work 5 days and then you spend all your money in like a day or two.
No wonder you're stuck. No wonder you're stuck. You choose to be stuck.
I say
your priorities are different.
I say you live days as if there's no such thing as a name for the day. Like, there's no such thing as Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, no. Just live at it. Just live as a normal day.
Hey, everyone here that goes to school and has a job, they're like, yeah, for you.
No, exactly. No, but like, even when I was in school and when I was going to work, you know, people would be like, no, I don't want to go out. I have work the next day.
Oh, hell no, that was never me.
Yeah, exactly. You can still go out. And the day seems even longer than you're like, the week seems way better. It's like if you have work the next day, go out. Who gives a fuck? If you're living life, you're going to live life to work, not live life to live. Yeah. Yeah, so it just pisses me off.
You said that if Sammy would have said that, it would have sounded exactly the same as Patty.
Yeah. But
I think what is it? You don't live to work. You live. You work to live.
You work to escape living.
Yeah.
You work to escape living. Yeah. People work to escape, and that's why you have a lot of construction. That's why you have a lot of construction people that are very addicted to hard drugs. Yeah. You know, a lot, and their families don't even know. You know, a lot of times. But they work construction, they hate, you know, obviously they hate what they're doing. They're getting paid, they're trying to support, they're trying to make better. But what do they end up doing with all that energy that they have inside them and that resentment of being in that situation? They go drink, they go smoke crack, they go, you feel me?
They go, yeah.
They go do meth, whatever.
Go yell at their kids or something.
Go yell at their kids. They do coke, obviously, like mad coke. So at the end of the day, it's like, that's... it's not that you can't succeed. It's that you don't want to. You want to just
like
have an excuse to just feel even more sorry for yourself. Excuse to, you feel me?
You know, it's funny you brought up coke and construction. Yeah. Completely side story. I'm sorry. Yesterday I got home and my neighbor's a construction worker and he's fixing something in his house. It was very hot. he didn't have a shirt on, whatever. We're talking. And then the shirt on, it matters. It matters. It matters.
Like,
This
why
man
did you
always
bring
has
up
weird
this
things.
shit?
He's like, first, my thick thighs or
Bro,
whatever.
It matters. It matters. He was like, yeah, because he looked like he was like
And he had rock solid
like
abs.
really like fucking like going like at it. And I was like, bro, you haven't done anything. And then he was like, bro, no puedo echar ni una uñazo. And I was like, what's a uñazo? And then I like, he told me like un uñazo, right? And then my girlfriend was with me and like we start walking home and I was like, uñazo, what the uñazo? And I'm walking like 5 minutes and I'm like, he does fucking go. I was like, facts. So yeah, what you said.
A lot of them do, and the people that own those businesses, they hate that shit. You feel me? Because those are Mexicans that are actually trying to, they're trying to actually buy property. They're trying to, put us put us as a community in places where we haven't been for a long time. You feel me? And they see that, and they see that their workers are doing. That's liability for them. That's that.
It's like, why are you not thinking?
You're not thinking that this is more than you. It's not about you. It's not about that you hate this. It's about that you hate this, and you use that to motivate that. Which makes you hate you or yourself even more.
Yeah. No, see, I
Doesn't
get
do
you.
anything.
Doesn't do anything.
And
at
then
all.
we have those random weird ones that actually like working that shit.
Yeah. No, there's
Like, it's
there's
so crazy. You're just
It's
like,
in
you
the
like
blood.
that
It's like in the blood.
Yeah, because it's like
no, it's 'cause
It's a
they
craft,
do
it's
it
an
at
art.
work, and
Yeah,
then
it's a
like when they
craft.
go home and they want to do shit at home, they're just still working at home
Yeah.
too, like working on their house. They're like they
and
never
that's the
get
thing.
tired
You
of
get
it.
dopamine too from
Doing what you love.
doing
Satisfying
what you love
projects
and
and
satisfying projects,
Like-
finishing up shit. Yeah. So a lot of these people also love doing that shit. You feel me? But the thing too is that a lot of the reasons why I think as a community we're so good at labor jobs is because we come from ancestors that did labor jobs.
They were forced basically too.
They were forced into it, or they were doing it before. You feel me? They were growing shit. They were hunters, growers. They were you feel me? Maíz. You talk about maíz, like it's over. You feel me? So as a community, we come from a long line of people that do physically things.
But can you imagine if instead of like teaching people like Mexican people to just keep doing physical things
Yeah.
or working 40 hours a week or doing this, what if like they took that whole work ethic and put it into something that makes them work less, if that makes
work
sense.
less.
Like something
Smarter.
a little bit, something, yes, like like I hate
Work
to say, but
smarter.
working smarter than harder is always better. Like I hate when people flex on me like I worked 80 hours in a week. I'm like, I'm sorry, bro. like,
It's like that's like slave hours.
but what I'm saying is
bro.
like it's like how much more can like our community go up, if we took that effort to do something else. It feels.
Yeah, but I think also I hate when people use the excuse talking about the 30 hours a week thing. I hate when people use the excuse be like, I've been here for 10 years. It's like, bro, okay, that sucks, bro. I hate that.
I hate
shit
that.
for
You're
you.
like, that's a flex.
Holy fuck! Like, if I was here for 10 years, I would fucking die.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I mean, props to you. You feel me for
Yeah,
being
like,
able to
you can
stay for that
withstand
long.
that shit. Cool, bro.
And even in the music industry, when people are like, yeah, I got 10 years in the music. Okay, but what did you do?
Yeah,
because there's people that are 2 years recording with Justin Bieber.
Yeah, fucking Kid
You
Laroi.
feel me?
Wow.
Yeah, like there's people that have done it for way less and have done way more. So you having those years, time does not
doesn't matter.
excuse.
Yeah,
Time
some
does
things need
not
to change.
excuse.
Yeah.
Time does not excuse progress. You feel
Yeah.
me? If you haven't progressed in 10 years
Doesn't
and you've
matter.
done it for 10 years, I don't want to take advice from you at
Fuck
all.
no.
Hell nah, bro. You feel me?
Exactly.
Like, nah.
Yeah,
so.
That's big facts.
Do you have any last topics you want to get into?
Oh, we could talk about the dry thing. How long you been dry for?
Oh,
the
dry
dry
spill.
spill, yeah,
The dry
yeah.
spill, yeah. Sorry, guys. We rarely wait. This is different, but so how long has been your dry spill? Since sometimes you're moving and stuff. Dry spill is not having sex. Or
Yeah. So that's the thing. I used to be like mad addicted to porn, like pornography. Like everyone is. I feel like a lot of dudes are. It's just a regular.
You got to go through that
Regular.
phase.
You have to go. Yeah. He's like,
Got
yeah.
that
He's
moment
like,
you catch
yeah.
yourself beating it like for the 5th time, you
And
look at
then
yourself in
you're
the mirror. You're
Yeah.
like, I need to stop.
Yeah.
You're like, I swear it's gonna be my last time.
You promise yourself, right?
You promise.
God.
After the night, you're like, man, I swear.
You're
it's
going at
over.
it and you look to the side of the mirror and you're just like,
Who am I?
Yeah, like who am I?
but then you still finish because you're like, I'm already there.
No, yeah. And so I used to be like one of those people just because I was so focused on music that I had to have, as a dude, you have certain things that you feel me? You feel like you need. And society makes you think that you need it. That's where they get you because that's how they win.
And sex
You feel me?
sells, so they
and
like,
sex sells, so they
you
want
need
you
it,
to
need
they
it.
want you to be
Yeah.
horny. You feel me?
Bro,
That's how
sex definitely sells,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, for sure.
Some of the most popular accounts on any social media app
Titties.
is just titties and ass,
Yeah,
bro.
for sure.
Like, they don't do anything else but just show tits and ass,
Yeah.
and it's like 10 million followers.
Yeah, so I was going through that, and then I was doing music. I really haven't had a relationship. I mean, I haven't dated someone in like 3 years, 4 years.
Also, early in high school.
So, and when I was in high school, like I dated, but it wasn't really dating.
Yeah.
So I never really did that because I was so focused on music. And I literally did not go on a date till like literally, I think earlier this year was my first time like going on a date for a while. So I went on a date and I stopped the whole pornography thing already.
How?
Because
How?
Okay, so
How,
basically, this is what I do now. Okay,
you
you
go-
want
you
to
snap
know?
your hand, you
You
go,
want to know
no.
how to win? You
No.
want to know how to
Yeah,
win?
how do you win?
All right, this is how you win. Ready?
Teach me.
When you're opening that tab up,
Yeah.
Incognito mode, by the way. You gotta.
when you're opening that tab
At this
up,
point, I don't even care if it's.
or
not
when you're
private
ready
browsing.
to when you're ready to open up that tab and you're about to open it,
Yeah.
you just move that right finger, and you just throw it, and then you get up or do whatever, and then get this, all right? Every morning, shower with cold water. Do not shower with hot water. Hot water is okay. It's good. It relaxes you. But cold water will kick your day started. It will get your day started. Not only that, it will shoot adrenaline into your blood. Mm-hmm. Your blood will be pumping. Your metabolism will be higher, improved. Your skin will look better. And you can't jerk off. Because
Oh, you
you're
can't
cold.
Yeah, you're
because you're cold. Yeah.
Because you're so cold. You're cold. No one can get hard if they're cold. Like it's hard.
It's hard as motherfucker.
It's hard to get hard if you're cold. You feel me? So, so just doing those things was like really just like it helped me, and I started realizing how it's so crazy how that energy that from doing that, it still comes out, but it comes out in life, like. I swear on everything, bro. I stopped for like a week. In the first week that I stopped, I already had mad connections I made on like off of just TikTok. Like I met this man just because of that. Like all this shit that just started coming my way was literally just because I stopped
Shout out
doing
to you
that.
not
It was
knitting.
literally just not because
No more nut.
because as a mammal, as a guy, you feel me, that you want to get dopamine, as much dopamine as you were getting before when you were jerking off, because you were getting constantly. So you start looking for it in other ways, and then you start, you know, whether it's working out or whether it's hitting people up and achieving, you know, a connection, or making a video, you know, shooting a video, a project, or filming something, you know, it starts being your source of dopamine. So then your brain is so adjusted to getting dopamine all the time, it starts craving it. And since those are the only places that you are able to get it from, and you make your situation fall into that, you want them even more, and you're able to.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna try that
Yeah,
challenge.
that sounded very.
No, this is
that
what I'm gonna do though.
sound-
But I'm gonna try and see if I can still do it.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is put on a cold ass shower,
Yeah.
and I'm just gonna have my phone right there
Yeah.
playing, and I'm just gonna let the water hit for a couple seconds for like a couple minutes.
He's running a
and I'm
science
gonna try.
experiment and
I'm gonna
shit.
try
It's a
it,
science.
and I'm gonna try to see if it
I'ma
doesn't
try
work.
it.
Then I'm like, you know what, this shit's right. I'm gonna do it.
That's kind of what. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna try it. I'm a cold showers, no more nutting.
Yeah.
That's kind of what they say, like when you want like guys that like are going and trying to get a girlfriend or something, and they're like, and some people are like, just stop nutting, and that way you're gonna have to go up and talk to people.
Yeah.
You want to go approach people because
And-
that's the only way you're gonna get that
And
dopamine release.
girls and guys can feel it in the room. Like if you don't nut and you enter a room, if you haven't nut and you enter a room, everyone in there will know that you have an energy source that is superior because you haven't nutted.
And they'll be attracted
and
to you,
girls,
huh?
And girls are more. I'm telling you this for sure. I stopped for a
Yeah.
week and I had mad baddies approaching me and hitting me up for no reason. It was just because
It's like
it's an
sharks
energy.
in the water.
It's that
huh?
no nut energy, bro.
It's that
That
no
no nut
energy.
energy.
And guys around, and like the guys that are around you, they start being like, shit, what the fuck? This motherfucker on some next wavelength, like, you feel me? Just because of it. And it's really just learning
nut.
to move that energy. Because I've felt, even after I didn't nut for super long, right? I got laid, right? I did my thing, you feel me? I got done and I was like, man, I wish I wouldn't have. because I feel
'Cause you
tired.
ruined
I
it.
feel exhausted, and it was just like, it was just like, like.
The nut became so precious, you just didn't want to let it go.
Let it go. I let
Not
go.
21. You couldn't
My
give your
power.
seed.
You feel my
Yeah,
power.
you
let the power
Hey,
go.
he's like, give me that shit back. He takes it. He takes a little baggie.
I immediately regretted it, bro. Like literally after
Actually, that's how I
after
felt.
I ucked, I was like, man, I regret this shit so much just because I'm like, I
you're
could
just
have.
like, you're not worth it.
Yeah.
You're not my girlfriend.
Remember how I
You're
was
not my
preaching?
girlfriend. Like, I was
preaching
preaching
no
novia.
sex. I was preaching no sex for 90 days, and I was doing so good. And one day I broke it, and that day I felt so fucking horrible. I was like, bro, I'm so mad. It was that day I told you I regret so much.
Oh,
It's not because of her. It's because I let myself
You were
down.
on that
He
challenge.
said it's not because of her.
I let myself down. I was like,
Yeah, for sure.
No, but you're right with the whole dude. Because we had a friend who literally did that. He was like, you know what? I don't want to have sex or like or jack off for 90 days, right? And for out of nowhere, it was like you said, women know somehow. He already gets DMs on the random, right?
Yeah,
Like our homie, he got to like that, right?
Yeah.
But like this time, it was like if he told some girl saying, oh, like if they asked him, they're like they want to fuck, right? He'd be like, oh no, I'm on like this like cleanse, right? I'm on this 90-day cleanse.
And
they're
that
like,
shit-
oh,
that shit
I
turns them
want
on.
you even
more.
more.
Yeah.
And then it's crazy how it's like, why do you want my nuts so bad, bro? It's like I'm
mad.
only
Because
trying
no
to
one
be
can
clean.
have it.
People just want to feel special, bro.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, they just want to feel like they deserve that. You feel me?
nut.
Like they earned it. People want to earn stuff. They want to feel special.
You
They
think
want to
you
be like,
deserve this nut, you dirty little slut?
I got that. He's like, you want to cleanse, but I made you stop, huh?
Yeah.
Did not do that shit. Like,
Oh, that's so true.
yeah, but yeah. After I like did the shit and I reflect, even the for the next week, my body was exhausted, like to the point where I like had to drink caffeine like on the daily basis just to be able to get through my days, just because of that. Like it's crazy how much how sensitive your body is, and people don't really think like, oh yeah, I could eat whatever, do whatever, and nothing. But your body is, and at the end of the day, is molecules. You feel me? Everything is just connected, and it's all one. So everything is sensitive. You shower with cold water and tell me your body's not sensitive, because you will feel
Once it
different the
touches your
entire day.
thighs, it's
The
like,
entire day you will feel completely changed as a human,
Yeah.
just because of that. That's how sensitive, you feel me, you
Yeah.
are. Just like feelings, just like emotions, physically we're like extremely sensitive.
That's
so true.
organisms.
for sure, bro. I love this conversation. Fucking amazing as
It was
podcast.
eye-opening as fuck.
Eye-opening as fuck. You
Well-
really be thinking, bro. You really
Oh
be
wait,
thinking.
I forgot to mention too. I really forgot to mention. So if everyone notices, I'm wearing the same exact shit as last episode, but for a reason.
For a reason.
One, we didn't mention last episode, and of course, I left early. Last episode, it was episode 24,
Our Kobe.
Kobe episode. Rest in peace, my boy. Today is Kobe's birthday, so of course I had to wear it again. So that's the reason. But yeah, we didn't get to hit on that topic. But yeah, last episode was episode Kobe. This episode is Kobe's birthday. So I just want to give that shout out of happy birthday and rest in peace to the legend himself. So yeah, I gotta show that love. I have to.
Yeah,
The
for
LA
sure.
pride, baby.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So where can the people find more of you?
Yeah. So you can look me up anywhere, any social media is SHRT. So short without the O, and then _LYF life. So
And it'll
Shrt
be
Lyf.
Link in the description. His new song will also be in the link in the description.
Yeah, Tontea, go check that shit
Actually, we'll
out.
play
That shit
it.
was fire.
Can we
I
play?
filmed
Can
it
we
in
play it in the
Monterrey.
podcast? After,
Yeah,
We'll
go
play it
ahead.
in the podcast. We'll
Yeah,
play a
for
clip
sure.
of it.
Yeah,
It's
for
just
sure.
hard.
Just dropped it, so go check that shit out.
And this is wild. I always forget to mention this. You guys are leaving reviews on our Apple podcast, and it's helping us so much. We're on first page of comedy interviews. So thank you guys so much. Leave your reviews. That shit's fucking amazing. What else? Any other updates we got?
Just know we're gonna be super busy this week.
Hell yeah, busy. We got some shit.
Oh,
lined up.
we got. Should we tell them?
No, non-disclosure agreement.
No, not the fucking. No, not the other thing. No, I'm talking about with the videos.
Nah, because I'm still
Sure.
trying to figure it out.
No, we're
Okay,
still
never
trying
mind.
to figure out the blocking of
Yeah, we're
it.
still trying.
For
And
sure.
yeah, we'll do the Patreon shout outs in a bit. But Shrt Lyf, appreciate you for coming.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
You're
thank
very
you for having
insightful,
us.
very eye-opening
got that third
experience
eye,
here.
for
This-
sure.
Thank you. Thank you for
Amazing.
having
I feel like I
me,
opened up
man.
my third eye.
I did good
You
for
know what?
sure.
And that's actually really hard. But Aaron's very like,
Yeah.
like
I'm not reserved, bro.
He's very
I'm
reserved.
not reserved at all.
And I saw
I
it
have an
below.
open mind.
What is that?
bro.
What do we say? Do you believe in what is it?
Manifestation?
Manifestation?
Do you
Do you
believe
believe in
manifestation?
manifestation?
Of course.
Oh,
100%.
yes.
Yeah, 100%.
I saw
I
it.
wouldn't be here if it wasn't for it.
Exactly.
That's dope.
That's
Yeah,
facts.
no, I'm playing with you, Aaron. But this was
But yeah.
a dope ass episode.
Yeah,
Really
yeah.
enjoyed it.
I'm glad
Thank
you
for
guys had
coming.
me, and you know, I love what you guys are doing for our community and everything, and you know, we deserve a space for a conversation to be had.
And Loki,
So-
this is why I started the podcast
Yeah,
to
yeah.
get people like you, like other
Yeah.
Mexican creatives,
Yeah.
help them rise and influence and
Yeah.
help tell the people what you're doing and all
Inspire
that stuff.
other
So
people.
inspire.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
this is dope, amazing. I love this. So thank you guys for watching. This was another episode of I.E In Friends.
Ella, como se menea de derecha a izquierda, con tonea y tontea. Y tú sabes que ella camina coqueta cuando mueve las piernas, todo mundo voltea. Yo sé que tú eres bella, yo la bestia, todos los días donde quiera tú me encuentras. Y tú vives en mi mente y mi conciencia.
Her man sucks my meat.
Yeah.
He does it better than she.
Oh.
When I tell her to suck my balls,
He comes first.
he comes first in
me.
me. Yeah. Shout out Oscar Padilla.
Shout out Oscar Padilla. Yeah. Shout out Oscar Padilla. Yeah, I wanna see you in the sea. Yeah.
And then Kevin Miranda.
Kevin
Yeah.
Miranda. Anda mirando como anda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Myra Ortega.
Myra Ortega. I like to chuck. Oh, wait. Hold on. I like to suck on your.
Catch me at the bodega.
Catch me
Yeah,
at
why
the
not?
bodega wearing some bodegas. I'm defending.
Vianney Martinez.
Wait, right.
Vianney Martinez. I wanna see you.
Cleavage. I want to see your cleavage.
I wanna see you with some dolphines. Dolphines? I don't know how to say that word.
Jesus Oliveira.
Oh my god.
Jesus Oliveira.
Anaí Talavera. That's the next person. So it
Who?
rhymes. Anaí Talavera.
Anaí Talavera.
Rhymes with Jose Oliveira.
Anaí Talavera. Chupa mi verga.
That's so mean, bro.
That's mean as fuck.
Sorry.
I had to cut it last time when you said some mean shit.
Why?
You said Brianna Verga or something.
Yeah,
like
we
that.
don't. You can't be saying. You can't be mean.
You can't be making fun of
shit
it's
about-
not. You can't be making fun of people's last name.
Yeah, you are.
It just rhymes with Talavera.
No, it doesn't.
It rhymes, so you're not gonna cut this. You're gonna
Ryan
keep it in.
Garcia.
Ryan Garcia. Remember that last one, Ryan? You remember that last one? I know you saved that.
Oh, you saved that.
He saved that voice memo.
George Valian. Valian.
Violent?
George Violent.
Oh, George
Violence.
Violence.
Chooses violence. Melissa Medina.
Thank you, Ms. Medina.
Jaime
Yeah.
Godinez.
Jaime
Who?
Godinez. Yeah,
Oh,
Godinez.
Godinez.
Romaldo Garcia.
Shout out.
Armando Valdez.
Thanks, Armando.
Thanks.
Pomona guy.
Oh,
Pomona
You
guy.
got the Moan. I remember it. I remember Sid Moan's your name.
yeah,
Selena-
Pomona guy. Yeah, she did.
Selena Valencia.
Selena, thank you.
Ana Macias.
Gracias, Ana.
Julia Roano.
Shout out to
Gracias,
Julia.
Jose Herrera.
Gracias, Jose.
Javier Ayala.
Gracias, Javier.
Luz Campos.
Gracias,
Luis
Luis.
Campos.
Jeanette.
Gracias, Jeanette.
Viviani.
Gracias, Vianney.
Brian under Daddy Verhasa at my IG 30_Brian.
Shout out to you, Brian.
Brian.
Marie.
Marie.
Gracias, Marie.
Austin Rojas.
Thank you.
Gracias, Austin.
Sierra Alejandria.
Gracias, Alejandra.
Nando West.
Nando Is.
Juan Salcedo.
Juan Salcedo.
Leslie Ortega.
Leslie Ortega.
Yesenia Cruz.
Yesenia Cruz.
And now, that was our sneaky links. Now, our sugar daddy.
Now presenting from the live capital of the world,
This is
I.E. In Friends.
This is why I fucking moan in your
This
ear.
is the moment. This is what we get. Slap you across the face and call you a little slut.
I heard everything you said.
Jessica Vasquez.
You dirty little slut.
Damon Morales.
Oh, you big cock daddy, yeah.
Pedro Sincero.
God, pinche Pedro, climb.
Vanessa Banda Vega. Sandra Gonzalez. Oscar Martinez.
Oscar. Dame.
A María Sicano.
María, te voy a chingar.
Laura. Stefani.
Laura, tú eres mi perra.
Felipe Chavez.
Pinche Felipe, ese pinche verga, no mames.
Enrique Perez.
Pinche Enrique, dame ese pinche pique.
George Martinez. Yoa Ortega.
Shout out to Joel.
Lupita Equia.
Ay, Lupita, te voy a dar un chupita. I don't even know the word.
Liliana Juarez.
Ay, Liliana.
Ruben Gomez.
Ruben, te voy a chicar la culo.
David Ramos.
Ay, demon.
Aylin Rochelle.
Oh, they left their keyboard.
Oh shit, call him.
I don't have their phone number.
Let me call him. Bradley Lopez Martinez.
Shout out to Bradley.
Alright. Julio Mejia.
Gracias, Julio.
Katia Mejia.
Ay, Katia, te voy a chingar ese pinche pussy.
Angela Santoyo. Freddie Sapin.
You really couldn't think of something that rhymes with Oyo? Really? Really?
I was laughing.
The
The easiest one, you couldn't think of something that rhymes with Oyo.
I was laughing.
And then we got last one. Emily Cardenas.
Gracias, Cardenas, Emily.
Thank you.
Thank
Very,
you all for
very
supporting
much.
I.E In Friends. That's how Saul does the outro. Look, he goes. Alright, thank you all so much for supporting I.E In Friends. It's been a really great time having you guys here. I can
Cut all that part out.
No, put it in the
Cut all of
beginning.
that out.
Put it in the beginning, idiot.
Alright, peace out, y'all.